please? Send her a welcome in the chat.
Roses, roses.
Put some roses in the
Thank you,
chat.
thank you.
Put some roses in the chat, please. Now here go Ms. Rod with the seafood. But y'all gonna stop that. Y'all making my lips blow up and itch right about now.
Oh, you allergic to seafood?
Out of nowhere. Oh my
Okay,
goodness. How are you
I'm
doing
getting a
today?
little. I'm good. I'm not gonna come on camera because my hair messed up, but
That's
I
me
got it.
neither.
I got it pink curls.
Oh,
Thank you, ladies, for the roses. Thank you. I appreciate it. Um. All right. So I'm getting a little interference. Can y'all hear me clearly?
Yeah, we hear you good.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. All right. So where you want to begin, Miss Tony?
Well, I wanted to begin with I always say, like, we three people in one, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I always say we got to talk to two people in our lives, right? I said the two
Mm-hmm.
people we have to talk to in our lives is the younger us, and the older us. So, we go back into time, talk to the older us, and then we got to speak to the older version of us and let them know that we're going to take care of you, we're going to eat right, we're going to do whatever. But you got to have a conversation with the two people in your life, because there's three people in you, right? So we're
Mm-hmm.
going to take it back. You don't have to say what you would want to say to the young Selena, but you could. But let's take it back to the young Selena.
Mm-hmm.
So how was the young Selena?
To be honest with you, for at 44 years old, I would say I'm still stuck at the young Celine. The
Yeah,
same
that's
controversies,
mm-hmm.
that I faced then, I face today.
I got a good video for you. It's called is I sent it to you. As I did it on my other page, but I told people you got to get to it. So, was it any happy days for the younger Selena?
Yes, it was happy, and I'm gonna tell you, like the happiest in when we had a business meeting last night that brought me back to what we're talking about right now. Um, I was 16 years old, pregnant with my first child, and by the time I was 17, I had two. And even though it was a very dark situation, it was a very dim situation, it brought me a lot of joy and a lot of happiness, because the joy and happiness that I was looking at was the fact that I had a chance to change the generational curses that was going on with my mom and my situation. Because a lot of times as young children, we say, well, my mama wrong for this, and my mama's wrong for that, and my mama did this, and my dad did that, right? But then when we have our own children, we a lot of times commit the same mistakes that we say was done wrong towards us.
Mm-hmm.
So why practice those same mistakes? Why not change it? So even as a little girl being pregnant, a child being pregnant, all I could play in my mind was, you have the opportunity to change things. You have the opportunity to get things right. And that was a very happy time in my life.
So, what was your support system at the age of 16?
I didn't have one.
Because I think this is very important, because people have to understand that, you know, even if you're grown in your 30s, some people have kids in their 40s, nothing
Hmm.
prepares you for being a parent. Nothing makes a man stay. Don't think because you older and you wiser, that makes the man older and wiser. Absolutely not. I,
Hmm.
my kids are 16 and a half years apart. And they both of them were no good. But either way, but I thought it was going to be better. But so basically, you had to do everything on your own. So how was it like? Was you like still in school, or you had to work, or like what did you have to do with that 16-year-old with that first baby?
With that 16-year-old with the first baby, I did hair. I was doing hair while I was in high school. Um, I started doing hair when I was like 12 or 13 years old. So my clientele was very lucrative. I made money at 16 years old to support my child, and then at 17 having the second kid, I still was doing hair. I got on the bus, I mean, with a baby on one hip, a hooded hair dryer, and a backpack on my back with hair supplies and a diaper bag,
Mm.
and got on the bus and went and did hair. I did what I had to do to support my kid. I didn't stop and complain about it. I didn't stop and cry about it. I cried later. Shoot, I look back at it now and cry now. But I did what I had to do. You know, I just wasn't built like that. I wasn't built like, you know, I have lemons. I'm gonna sit here and suck on these sour lemons. No, I'm gonna find me some sugar. I'm gonna give me some sugar the best way I know how, and we're gonna make lemonade.
Yes. So how many siblings did you have?
I had 3 other siblings. I'm
So
the
you-
baby.
Hey baby, I'm the baby. So did you get any help from your siblings?
Um, not
Or did,
really.
or did they have kids too, or was just you
They
set it up?
had kids too.
Okay.
Um, they had kids too. I was a babysitter a lot of times. By the time I had gotten married, I was the stay at home mom. So I babysat everybody's kids. I had a house full of kids at all times.
Mm. So how was you and your mother and your father relationship? If you would like to talk about that, you could say good, bad, and just go ahead, but or you can talk. That's up to you.
I could talk a little bit about it. I mean, I won't get into, I
Right.
don't believe in being on social media bashing parents. That's completely disrespectful.
Right.
And just like I know, the Bible says, honor thy mother, thy father, shall your days live shall be long.
Commandment.
So and I live by that. I grew up on that. Did I practice that always? No, I'm human. Let's get that straight. I'm human. I did not practice that always. I was a very young child. I was younger than Velvet. Around the times when I got pregnant was when me and my mom had a very combative relationship, and I was disrespectful. I was a kid. I didn't know better. When you know better, you do better. So we know better now. And I'm going to say the same thing about Velvet. Velvet is running around here with the Bible, but Velvet don't know that Bible.
Hmm.
If she knew it, she would do better.
Well,
You
we're gonna
still
get to
online. You still okay. But
that.
anyway,
We're gonna
back to
get
me.
that. No, because I
Right.
just want people to understand you because they so not knowing that and this is so vital because I need for people to take themselves backwards. So hopefully, whenever you're ready, you're gonna have to have that talk with that 8-year-old. You got to start with the 5-year-old, and
Mhm.
then you have to say I apologize for blah blah blah, or even though that things happened to me and whatever I didn't do or whatever, that's something you got to do to yourself. But you have to
Right.
start talking. I always preach that. Now,
Right. But back to your
first
question. I don't want
is
to get away
okay.
from your question.
Kids,
With my mom and dad, my mom and dad were not together. I don't know my dad. I did see him every other summer. He was court ordered to get me every other summer. But when I was with my dad, I was with my grandma. He dropped me off with grandma to go to work. So I really never got to know my dad for who he was. I know who he is. I'm not an illegitimate child. I know who he is. I just never developed a relationship with him because I lived with my mom. They were divorced. With my
Mhm.
mom, we went through what we went through. I can't even say I know why. I don't even know why. Till this day, I don't know why. Till this day, me and my sister have a lot of conversations about how we can fix this. And then when we do try to fix it, it becomes a combative situation. And when stuff gets combative, I shut down. And that's the reason why I wasn't online with this whole thing about Larry versus Selena.
Yeah. So you moving on up, 16, you meet this guy. This would not be Mr. Marquez, correct?
Yes, it will be. So Mr.
Oh,
Marquez,
I thought you had a kid
Actu-
before him.
actually, I had 2 kids before Larry.
All right, so let's get to that dad first before because
Okay.
Mr. Marquez come after him.
Yes, Mr. Marquez came after the two kids. So Mr. Marquez is no stranger to me. We didn't meet um at 18 and I had two kids and he didn't know me before. Larry has known me since I was 12 years old.
Oh, okay.
Larry lived across the street from me. And of course, I was a little girl. I had a crush on him, and he was, he was cool. He had on the combat boots, and he used to sit on the porch with his friends, and they were doing their thing. And that was cool to me. I was a kid. So I had a crush on him. But we were neighbors. I saw him with various girlfriends or whatever like that. So when I started growing up and I was moving on doing my own thing, that crush dissipated, right?
Mhm.
So I end up with two kids. And then he comes out of the clear blue sky and he just started popping up, visiting. And I didn't think nothing of it at the time because we already were familiar with each other. You lived across the street. So it was like, oh, hey, lad, what's going on? But come on, let's go get something to eat. And we went out to get something to eat. Like we went to McDonald's and Burger King. So I'm
Mhm.
really not thinking you're trying to push up on me, right? So I just played it left. And then one day he came and I was sitting on the porch when he pulled up. He got out of the car, he sat down and talked to me, and he was like, hey, what do you think about me and you? And then I went back to that place of me having a crush on him.
Oh, so at that
And
point, what was
then,
the relationship with the kid's father? And then now you having a crush, you and Larry starting to talk, or was he just out there?
well, just like I was a teenager, their father was a teenager as well. And he basically denied the kids and was like, I don't even think that's my kids. I'm out. And I'm the type of person, I'm not going to make nobody stick around for something they don't want to be in. I'm not going to
Uh-huh.
make you miserable because I'm unhappy. So once dad said what he said, I was like, all right, nigga, kick rocks. Because the same energy that I need to put into running behind you to take care of these two kids or running behind child support, that's the same energy I need to take care of my kids.
Oh, okay. So now Mr. Larry pulls on up. Hey, I always liked you, girl. I think you're so pretty, and you could finish the conversation now.
And I was bought hook, line, and sinker. Or sold. That's one. Sold. I was sold hook, line, and sinker. So, so after that, it just I thought this was gonna be the best relationship I ever been in. Um, I thought this was the love of my life.
Wait, before
I
you go that far, let's get back. Let's start with the good times. Then we could move
okay.
because that's because none of this happened overnight, and a lot of women need to know that it does not happen overnight. And then maybe at certain points in time, you can like say, okay, now this is a red flag. That's a red flag. I should have seen that.
Well, really, to be honest, okay, so I shit, I can't remember no times. But anyway,
Oh
it's
God.
I went into it I went into it as a little girl with this crush. And whatever red flags I saw, I felt as though it was gonna change.
So that was
And
the 12.
then
Was that the 12 year? So when time he started rapping to you. That was the 12-year-old you saying, I finally got my crush.
yes, yes.
So you can
So
take it
you
from there.
so I have two kids. Larry has a daughter, and he's going through what he's going through with his baby mama issues. And then my children's dad is estranged. That's completely dead. So we get into this thing where, well, Selena, they don't need to know about their daddy. I'm their daddy. And I felt as though okay, so that was a happy time. Because I felt as though, okay, this man gonna step up, he gonna take care of two kids that's not his. Like, I done hit the jackpot. It's on and popping. I'm at that point, I'm thinking about marriage. Like, because I got two girls, I don't want to be jumping around from man to man. I don't want all these different men in their lives. I'm familiar with Larry, I'm familiar with his family. Like, we already family. So we just stepped it up to the next level, is what I was thinking was going to
Mm-hmm.
happen eventually. Okay. So by this time, the red flags was the difference in children. So the
Mhm.
difference in children was Velvet wasn't born yet. My kids were treated differently from what was his kids. Like he was always given like an ultimatum type of situation where you can't see your kid unless you take your kid shopping. But it would be on a weekend where, or let's just say it would be a weekend where we had plans to take my kid shopping to buy winter coats. So my two would end up not getting winter coats, and then his kid would end up getting everything. So that was one red flag because you set a difference,
Mhm.
So then I put it on the back burner. And and as long as those situations wasn't happening, I felt like, okay, well, we could get past that. That's mediocre, that's petty. We could get past it. So I got past it, but he never did. Because what ended up happening was he's doing everything for his kids and nothing for mine. And I feel like my kids are being put on the back burner. So what I started doing was I started hustling. I started doing hair. I started doing supper plates. I started baking cakes and putting cakes in barbershops and beauty salons to make extra money. And of course, with my little welfare check, because we're not married yet, I'm taking
Mhm.
care of my kids. And of course, my darkest child is the oldest. So she would get what she needed, and sometimes my second kid wouldn't get, but she would get the hand me downs. And that's what a lot of these children don't understand these days. Is like, if you can't do for one, don't do for none. That's not how this works. I'm gonna let my oldest child walk around without shoes or with high waters on because I can't provide for two children. No, you provide for the one child who needs, and then you
Mhm.
pass those clothes down to the second child. So that's how that went. And Larry perceived it as Sydney, or my oldest daughter, is my golden child, and this is how he portrayed her to her siblings. So now her siblings doesn't have a relationship with her.
Mhm. So how
So
how old is she now?
she's 26.
All right, I'm sorry. You can go back. So they called her the golden child,
Child.
and now she doesn't have a relationship with her other siblings because he separated his kids from your kids. So now he's feeling like you're doing more for the other two than the ones you have for him. So now, in his mind, that's creating a separation, correct?
Wait, say that again. I'm sorry, my phone was ringing. I had to phone
In
call.
his mind, you're doing more for your kids before him than the ones you have for his. So that's causing a separation. So being that your older child, of course they're growing faster, their feet are getting big, they're going through growth spurts, but he made that a problem and called that child the golden child. So was that said around the other kids where they was able to hear that? Miss Selena?
I think her phone was ringing. Come on, you guys, hit the like button. Let's get some likes going here.
Miss Selena? Okay, she got us on mute for a little bit. Hold on.
She tells her life story. Y'all hit the like button for this lady.
Her device has got to reconnect. She's still here. Okay. Miss
Hello,
Selena?
I'm here.
All right. Now,
Okay,
I was
I'm back.
saying when he was calling your daughter the golden child, what
Mhm.
was was he saying that around the other kids? Were they able to hear that? And did they
Yes,
start to think that or what?
Yes, they were, but when they were younger, he didn't drive it as hard as he did until after we divorced.
Oh.
So, but yes, he would say it in front of them. But what I recognize it as is what, and I recognize this after the fact. I didn't realize that it was happening when it was happening. What was happening is basically what he was doing was he was reflecting it off on me
Hmm. Now,
because
keep in mind, people, she's 16, 17. I don't believe you're 20 years old yet.
no, I'm not 20 years old
So
yet.
keep that in mind, people. She's not 20 years old yet. So the person who you hear now speaking is under 20 years old. So
Mhm.
she has two kids, and now she's with a man the 12-year-old was in love with.
Right.
All right, so go
And
ahead.
I'm 18 at the time, and I'm thinking, well, the difference of the kids is not a big deal, even though I know now it is, but it's not a big deal because what do I need most? And I need a roof over these heads. I don't have any backbone. I don't have any support, any help to live with someone else. So I'm going to take this opportunity and what I looked at as security, and I'm going
Mhm.
to latch myself onto it. And that's what I did.
Now, one point in time, I'm probably going to go backwards, but I don't know how true this is. But at one point in time, did he want to be polygamous? Is that a true story that Velvet said or not?
No.
Huh, Miss Selena?
She having technical difficulty.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Hello.
Yeah, Miss Selena.
Okay, you're back now. I could hear you now.
Okay. At one point in time, Velvet said her father wanted to be polygamous, and you did not. So, can you tell us was that true or not?
Okay, that happened, and he didn't put it out there like polygamy. What he put it out there was like, um he would mention having more than one wife, being Muslim. He even went as far as to visit the Muslim temple, and I just didn't adhere to it. I was very combative. I was very combative because I'm a woman who wants to be respected. I don't want you to mention or come to me and talk to me about a three-way sexual situation. That's not respect to me. You're not gonna respect me, and I'm gonna demand my respect. So I was very combative, and not combative with my hands, but combative verbally. I cussed him out.
Yeah, because I know a lot of times when he did used to put Velvet on the spot, it was made to look like you were the generational curse because the father wanted polygamy and he believed in it. So now she needed to do it, but you're the generational curse because I'm quite sure you heard these stories or you saw these videos. So
Yes.
you know where I'm coming from. So a lot of times that was, pushed out there, you know? So, okay.
Well, Velvet displays that every time she opens her mouth when she
Hmm.
says, "My daddy understands my lifestyle." What she's saying to y'all is, "My daddy understands my lifestyle, and my mama is completely against it."
Right. Correct. 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 Because people get that confused. And I'm like, okay. So basically, you know, um, do you feel that him wanting that lifestyle is because he was never ready to like take in being the dad for all the kids and having one woman, or maybe he thought that he could, but he realized I still want to be a player,
He wanted to be a player.
right? Because
Um,
sometimes, hmm
it was portrayed, and still is portrayed, that I did not handle my wifely duties very well. Well, you don't get six kids by looking at each other.
or sometimes back in the days, Every time that 6 kids didn't come because they could have been doing maybe just them 6 times and the baby came out of
I,
it. But
or you gonna put it, you gonna put your semen in a cup and I'm gonna eat it, and that's how we make kids.
but again, he's how much is y'all the same age or how much age?
No, Larry died at 49. I'm 44.
Oh, he didn't make 50 yet.
No.
I'm older than both of y'all. I mean, I'm 21 forever. I just want to make sure I'm legal, and that's it. And I stop right there. My own daughter's older than me, but all right. So at this point, okay. So now these babies keep popping out and popping out. So now, was he working? How was you managing? Because now these babies start popping. They popping out, and then
um,
emotionally for your. Because I think that you're older now, so you're speaking as how you would speak for yourself at this age. But if you're speaking for yourself as of the 12-year-old, then the 16-year-old, 17 or whatever, how did that person feel as them babies start popping out? Like, did you ever feel like what did I get myself into? Like, is there a out, or I'm stressful because I've been stuck here. I got a man, I got babies, and there's so much life I did not get to. Give us a little, give us.
that that feeling didn't come on until like baby number 7. Okay, so as the babies kept coming, I felt some type of way, and I did talk to him about it, and he just kept reassuring me that this is what a married couple does. We're a family. The Bible says, be fruitful and multiply. Um, by the time I got pregnant with baby number 7, I was like, okay, I'm cutting this off. This is it. I want to get my tube side. Well, you're not getting your tube side if you want to be married to me.
Mm.
The whole thing about not believing in birth control because it's foreign to the body, and that's not the way God intended things. God intended you to have these kids, otherwise they wouldn't be here. Like, I was supposed to completely fall on faith that God was not going to produce any more kids.
Okay, so why you stressed out? Now, how was your relationship with his oldest child?
Um, I really can't answer that question. She would have to answer that question for you.
All right, basically, but she was still, she was, he still took care of her also, basically.
Yes.
Okay. So basically, you and the mother had no common
We
ground.
we didn't have any common ground.
Don't worry, she's gonna fix the phone. She's gonna fix the phone.
Could you guys hear me?
We hear you perfectly, and I just
Why
that's
does this thing keep going out?
I just feel for the 16-year-old because.
Hold on, I can't hear you.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna get her. She's gonna come back in and put the link in.
What 16-year-old?
Her.
Oh, her when she was 16.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to the link is back in. The link is back in there. Click on it when you're able to. Because sometimes, I do a lot of videos like that. Sometimes, when we speak now at our age that we're in, we're speaking with more experience. But we got to remember that's because that's the age we are at now. Oh,
Okay,
the
I'm
beautiful
back.
lady is back. Okay, So, okay, now you're having these babies. Is he's like in the house more or he's out in the street more as you
No,
stuck home with these babies?
He's doing his thing.
Okay. So
He's
now,
doing his thing. I couldn't even get him to come straight home from work.
ladies, remember, this is about inspiration and healing. This is about getting to know.
But we're not going to get into shortcomings and all of that. You asked, did he work? Yes, he worked.
I don't believe I asked that, but
He did.
it's
He
so
did.
I
You asked, did he have a job or what? You know, what
no,
was he
I
doing?
said was you home most of the time? Was the kid with
I was-
the kid,
I
and
was
he
home.
was out, right?
I was made to be a stay-at-home mom.
Okay.
No matter how much I talked about making my own money and doing my own thing, because you have to keep in mind, I still have 2 kids that's not biologically his. And he early on expressed by his actions, not his mouth, but by his actions, that he was not going to support these 2 kids.
Mm. Yeah,
So-
some do that.
So the only time and that's that red flag that I was talking about. But I thought that was going to dissipate. I thought that was going to be over. I thought that was going to change, because then we started a family together.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so going down the ladder, you somewhere down the line, you start coming into depression, right?
Yes, this is some 13 years later.
Okay, because we all can't make it seem like we ain't been in that dark room. When you young and you got even if you have 1 kid, or even you could have no kid, but when so much is coming down on you at one time, you don't have enough time to like filter it. So as that depression comes on to you, at this point, are y'all together or separate? I remember the other time you said that whatever was going on, he ended up with the kids, correct?
We when the depression started, we were together.
Mm-hmm.
We were together when I tried the suicide attempt. And what got me to the point of suicide is that I was done. You know, a lot of times in relationships, and I'm one of those women where the relationship, you know, it needs to be over, but you're not finished with it because you feel like you need to get something out of it, or the kids may be a factor because you feel like, okay, well, I'm trying to break that generational curse and I want all of my kids to have their father. I already have 2 kids and this is the only father that they know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if I divorce him, this whole thing is going to fall apart. Well, I knew what that was and I knew what it was going to look like. And this is exactly what it looks like. What y'all see is exactly what I knew it was going to be, because I was always threatened that if you ever leave me, if you ever do this, if you ever do that, I'm going to make your life a living hell.
Yeah, we all been down there. So
then I don't have the support from my family. Like, I literally left. Larry came home and there was no kids in the house. All the furniture, all the food, all the clothes, everything was in the house. So he just thought we went to the park, we went out, whatever he thought, but we were gone. I did not walk away without taking my children. But the suicide attempt happened first. I had a suicide attempt because I wanted out of the marriage and I didn't know how to get out of it without him using the fact against me that I was a stay-at-home mom. I did not have education and I never had a job. The first time we went to court, that was what he used against me in court, is that I was a stay-at-home mom. I didn't have an education and I never worked. And the fact that I tried to commit suicide is how he got custody of the kids.
All right, so when right around the time Velvet is 13 to 15, she's with Pops now, right?
Yes.
So you wouldn't know. Remember, all this has been revealed. So it's not like I'm digging in your business. She put this out. It's out there.
I got you. They both put it out.
Okay, so about the age of 13 and 15. So you don't know what's going on because he has the kids, but she basically says she used to run away a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Right? and a couple of other things she used to do.
And
So
I have no
I'm
knowledge.
just not going to say that. I'm just not going to say y'all find out what the thing you used to do. Y'all can look it up. Go ahead.
Okay, so I have no knowledge of her running away constantly, except for one time. So in this instance, she is labeled a runaway or whatever. He must have reported it to the police, the truancy division, or something. I don't even know how to. I'm not one of those parents who believe in a runaway. My child leave my house, I'm going to look for them, and I'm dragging their ass back home.
Oh yeah.
Now y'all can call that dog parenting, abusive parenting. I don't give a fuck what you call it. It's called parenting. Ain't nobody I'm responsible for that's supposed to be in my house when the street lights come on is not going to be in this house, and I'm going to sit here and call the authorities like they have some jurisdiction on go and get my kid. I have that jurisdiction. So whatever happened, she ran away. He filed her as a runaway. She was still going to school. The school wanted to talk to her parents because then the school got notification that she was a runaway and they couldn't have her on school grounds as being a runaway. If I have any teachers in the chat, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I know. Even if they late for school.
So
even if they late for school, they will still come to you.
So they and actually the school didn't even have me on record. The school didn't even have me on record. The school had Tina and Pops on record as her parents. So hold on. So the school says, all right, Velvet, we recognize you're in the system as a runaway. We cannot have you on school grounds listed as a runaway. You need to call your parents and we need to get some type of resolution. She told them people, don't call my dad, call my mama. They called me. I went to school and I told them the same thing I told you. This is a roundtable discussion. Get her daddy here. I can't resolve something I don't know nothing about. I didn't know she was a runaway. I don't know why she ran away. He has custody. So get her daddy here. I've tried to play, I've been put out there as not being the co-parenting parent, that I don't want to co-parent. I have tried to play this co-parenting thing as fair for the entire time until I decide to disconnect, because it's so abusive and it's so disrespectful and it's so demeaning towards me being her mother, until I just say, you know what, enough is enough. I'm beating a dead horse. We cannot get nowhere like this. So I'm just disconnected.
And when did you notice that she went from like a free spirit child to becoming very aggressive and being a free spirit at the same time?
At that moment when I got called to the school for her being a runaway. So she decides that she's coming to live with me for a while. Right after that, she turned 18. And she, on her 18th birthday, she announced to me that she's going to live with her boyfriend. She went and lived with, I said, okay, well, I'm going to tell you, like my mama would have told me, or my grandma would have told me, you know, I can't stop you.
Was that the one with the son?
No.
With the kid that she took the picture with?
No.
Okay.
So, you know, I can't stop you. If she told me she didn't care what I had to say, okay, well, you won't step to me like a woman, I'm going to treat you like a woman. When you decide to pack your bags and leave out of my house, you're 18 years old and you go and live up underneath a nigga. Let me tell you what's gonna happen. This nigga gonna get tired of your ass and he's gonna kick you out on your ass. And since you wanna be grown, you need to figure it out. Pick yourself up by the bootstraps and figure it out. Don't call me.
You're 100% correct. 100. But as a parent, we'll know. We'll know. But until then, you go do you. We'll sit on back for a little bit, and then we'll step in. All right. So how? Wait, because the confusion is she went to carbonation at 17. So technically, she did not go at 17.
No, she was 19 years old. She left college and went to carbonation. Everybody wants to say she left and went to carbonation from my house. No, she did not. She left Tuskegee University in Alabama. Do I need to paint a fucking map?
I want to ask now, at being that he claimed he wanted to be Muslim and have more than one wife. Okay, where does Tina fit into it? And why didn't he want to continue having multiple women with her? Or maybe he just looked that I didn't want to do that anymore.
What I told y'all about a leopard. Does a leopard change his spots?
No,
A
man.
leopard only changes the way they move. So, okay, so I mean, in Velvet's instance, what happened to Maisha? Why didn't it happen with her? A man is never going to treat the next woman the same exact way he treated the first woman because he's been found out. He's been found out. So of course, he's not going to treat her anything like I would say he's going to treat her. That's why.
Oh.
Y'all have to understand there's points to this and stuff that happens behind the scenes that y'all know nothing about. And it's not about being jealous or anything like that. But yes, I'm human and I'm a mother. So when I'm married to him and we live in a shotgun versus 5 bedrooms, and I'm saying, hey, the kids are young, we need more space. But then you get a new wife and you get 5 bedrooms and says, hey, well, why didn't that happen when you was married to me?
On a lot of things you say you better than me, right? But okay, so now he's with her and now she's interacting with the kids. So at some point in time, she now thinks that she is the mother.
Yes. He put her in that position. He put her in the position to be the mother. And she expresses to my children, that's not your fucking mama, I'm your mama.
Oh shit. You caught me with that one. Woo. And she doesn't have anybody of her own.
Yes, she has one son.
Oh, okay. But did he treat her son the way he treated your 2 older kids?
I can't contest to that.
Okay. Because if you're gonna stay, you better keep the same energy. Damn it! Shoot, that kid better not get nothing. No, I'm joking. No, I'm not joking. No, I'm not joking.
No,
you better.
He was good for my kids as far as I'm not even gonna just presence, just the fact that they had a dad. They didn't know, they were small. They didn't know. And I wouldn't express none of that stuff to them. You know, I mean, as parents, we go through these divorces and stuff like that, or whatever turn a relationship takes in our lives. We should protect our children from it. We don't sit down and protecting your children from it means this. You don't sit down and go over it with them of what happened and who did who wrong. You don't do that. That's putting your baggage off on them. They don't know how to process that.
Right. But now, when she was in school, is that when she had the security job or after? Or because remember, she's still a baby right now. So, you know, it's like things happen so quick in Velvet's life. People would think that she's much older than what she is, but she's still only 23 years old.
She had so at 19, she comes and says, Mom, no, actually at 18, she comes and say, well, because so she ran away at 18 and went live with the boy. That was quickly over. That was over in like 3 or 4 months. And then she goes in to live with her grandmother. She calls me and says, hey, and this is when she's with the guy with the baby. Then she says, well, hey, Mom, I'm getting ready to go to college. They're having this ceremony. Do you want to come? I say, yes, I'm coming. So I get to the ceremony. They give her the big send-off to Tuskegee University. She goes to Tuskegee.
Wait. I got to find that tape. Is this the same ceremony she said nobody came to?
Yes.
You know she said that, right?
Yes, and y'all should know that she's a liar because her and I are on the picture. Somebody go find it. Boss lady, go look on my Facebook page.
Okay.
My Facebook page is my name, Selena Sykes.
Okay.
It should come up under Selena Sykes. Oh, wait.
Wow. That was not part of my question, but I'm glad you said
So,
that.
so the picture is in my profile. Like, hold on. The picture is in my profile where her and we're at the ceremony. The Tuskegee banner is on the table behind us, and she's there holding the baby. And everybody was posting the picture saying Velvet already has a kid. She left her kid to go be in carbonation. That wasn't
Right.
her baby. That's the boy's baby.
Because she was like, and I did this, and nobody
Baby, so
came out. Well, as long as you, like I said, I'm only saying things that's out already. So I'm not asking you for nothing that's not out. It's only
right.
what's out. So, we're going to clear up a lot of stuff. And then y'all still have to remember, she still has no support from nobody. She's basically going off pure will right now. Pure will. She's still not getting no breaks because she still has her other 2 kids. So it's not like when Larry took the kids, it's not like she was childless and she could do whatever she wanted to do. No, she could not. She still had 2 other kids that she had to raise. So don't make it seem like, well, Larry had the kids and you could have did. And then on top of that, she had the 2 kids at home, and then she still paid Larry child support.
Yes. When everything was said and done, there's 2 biological children that do not belong to Larry. They're biologically mine. When the court ordered that the children were going to live with Larry, I still had 2 kids to put a roof over their heads. When I got home from court, Larry was there with the police, and he put me and my 2 children out. We had to sleep in my car for 2 days.
Mm, 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 mm. Mm. And at this point, with the 2 kids you have, remember, we got to bring the other kids without telling their business. We got to let it be known that they have feelings and emotions too. Okay, now how do you see like the older kids' feelings and emotions and the younger kids' feelings and emotions? Like it's like they have 2 separate like feelings, because one has them, even though one has a mom and a dad, and on top of that they got a bonus stepmother, and then the other 2 still just have you.
Right. Well, Kate, I don't know if y'all have seen Kate Marie. Have y'all seen Kate Marie?
No, ma'am.
Okay, well, Kate Marie was just recently on Bigo Live with Velvet, and she just recently posted on her page that she has 2 parents that walk the earth like she don't exist. First off, I'm your mama. You're not gonna talk bad to me and think that I'm still gonna be there to support you. I'm not gonna pat you on the back or give you any praise for cussing me out like a dog, and all I was doing was trying to help you.
Oh, Kate Marie is your daughter?
Yes. So I guess on Larry's passing, she put out that the only parent that she knows is not here. The only parent that she has is not here anymore, but she has two parents who walk this earth like she don't exist. I don't know what happened between her and her biological dad. He did reach out to me at one point, and he was like, "Hey, you and Kaylin need to make amends." You can't make that amends for her. That's something that she has to want to do, and she has to be willing to do it on her own. You didn't cuss me out. She did. So she knows my phone number, and when she's ready, she will call me.
Oh, they all don't have no choice. See, the universe makes no mistakes. He transcended for a reason at this particular age, at this particular time. So they're all gonna have to come to you, because what they don't understand is that, like, I'm looking at Velvet today because I didn't know, like, I wanted you to see, what she's up to, what she's talking about, while you're getting ready. Then this lady pissed me off because Velvet is saying that here she go, what she want to like throw you on. I'm like, I'm so glad she's coming on today. Look, listen to the bull crap, people. And it's like, why? I'm not throwing Tina under. I ain't saying nothing about Tina, but I'm like, at this point, Tina is. How y'all not throwing Tina under the bus? At that point, she's her guardian, right?
Yeah.
I got her like mother of the year, but a lot of this took place on Tina's time. It wasn't on your time. People need to remember that. A lot of stuff that took place with Velvet and her younger siblings was on Tina's time, not on the mother's time. See, that's the confusion that you guys have. Because I keep going back to her mother, but that she has two parents. So her father took took his set of kids, or some of the kids, because you still got the younger ones, right?
No, I still have. At that time, I still had my two. That's biologically mine. I didn't have any of the ones that I had with Larry.
Right. So so basically, what Tina put into them too, they learned things from Tina. So it could be her being passive. It could have been let him do what he wants. We don't know, and we're not going to suspect it. But what we do know is that it wasn't on the mother's time.
Right.
When she ran away, that was not on Selena's time. When she wasn't going to school, that was not on Selena's watch. Or she's doing like a lot of fathers also. They don't know what's going on with their kids because they staying with their mother. So a lot of times they hear stuff about their kids, they hear it the way everybody else hear it secondhand or after it happened. So she didn't have no way to guide her and to fill her with, well, you know what, I never had support, blah, blah, blah. She didn't have a chance to put them lessons in the kids because they wasn't on her time.
Mm-hmm.
So please take that in consideration.
Y'all have to understand the roles were reversed here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the absent parent. I'm a woman, but I'm the absent parent that's most likely to be the man in the situation.
That's why I had to make it sound like that, because
yes,
to throw you, I'm like, you can't throw her under the bus because a lot of things was not on her watch. But they wasn't happy. You may not like whatever went down, but you didn't have no problem taking my money though, right?
Right.
They had no problem taking.
Miss Selena.
Okay.
Yes.
When Velvet had the first baby, was you there?
On the phone.
I was online when she had Eliana.
Yeah.
Yes, I was online with her the whole time.
She's the one who saved, because she had company that night, so she didn't hear the whole thing. She is the one who saved Velvet's life. Was from her mother, we would not see Velvet nor Eliana. So if for the new ears that's here, if you want to explain it again, that's up to you.
Well, and don't get it twisted, y'all. I don't even take any responsibility for saving her life. I mean, I only did what I felt I needed to do. And that's all I will continue to do. Now, who I need to send the Tuskegee picture to? Because it's right here on my page.
Me. That would be me.
What's your email address? Do you want your email address out there? I know you don't want your phone number out there.
No, you and her, you and Boss Lady are friends on Facebook, right?
Are we, Boss Lady?
I don't. Let's see.
Because then I send it to her, and then we'll be friends on Facebook.
Okay, because I screenshot it. So
I'm Grumpy. So when you see Grumpy Smurf, that is me. That's not a what you call it. That's not a fake. I'm just really Grumpy Smurf.
And I know for sure on IG you can find me as Selena Sykes.
SIKES.
SYKES.
Oh, SY. All right. So when did this nice piece of happiness when you met your latest husband? Okay, so you don't want to talk about that. But we're trying to get some happiness in here now. Something that made you smile.
Girl, I could talk about my husband.
And how was his interaction with the kids? Or did they feel like, they belong to him? That's your husband.
He stays in his lane. He does not get involved as a step parent should. A lot of people want to talk about why her stepdaddy didn't go to Palenque. Mr. Larry showed up. Her stepdaddy should have did this, that, and the other. It's not his place. As though it was not Tina's.
Oh, and I just want to let you know on Instagram, my name is Take No Mess 738.
Okay.
And I'm Sugarfoot 820. Look for Grumpy Smurf there too. SUGA. SUGAFOOT 820. And you will see Grumpy Smurf there too.
Okay.
All right. So
what's those numbers again?
820. Giselle, I did not forget you. I'm going to let you come in just a little bit, okay? Giselle?
Uh-oh.
I'm going to put her back in. Giselle?
Can you hear me? Hi. Okay.
All right. I just wanted to get some questions out. I'm going to let you ask questions. You and Boss Lady could take it from there. But I have to always start off with the human side of things first.
Okay, take your time. It's okay. I understand. Take your time.
But I didn't want you to think that I just left you there.
Oh, no. I know. That's not your energy. I know. Do your thing, sister.
So once you come back in, but like I said, we don't want to get too personal.
Right. No, I just want to apologize to her. I want to, from some things I thought of her.
Here she go. Here she go. Okay.
Okay. I'm back.
Okay. We have one lady here. She would like to talk to you. So her name is Gazelle, and she has something she would like to say to you. Go ahead, Giselle.
Hi, Miss Selena. How are you, sister? I'm going to be real clear. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I talk fast.
No, I'm good. I'm just answering you. I'm good. How you doing?
Okay, number one, I just got a statement and a question. I want to apologize to you for some of the things I thought of you that with this carbonation stuff that was made. It was, how do I say, it was made out to be you were the villain. Mm-hmm. So and from all of that, what I perceived of you, not knowing you, but what was said and what your daughter portrayed. So I just want to say I'm sorry, and you'll clarify a lot of things for us. Now I got a better understanding of what a little bit of what happened, how things was put in place to make you look like the bad guy. And also, I just want to ask you, just one important question, where do you think you and Velvet can go from here? And can both of you come back together as one, because she has another baby now and she needs her mother, even though she thinks she don't?
First, I would like to accept your apology, and I'm a person of acceptance, and I deeply accept your apology. Velvet doesn't even have to be giving birth to a new baby for us to repair our relationship. I want to repair my relationship with all of my children, even though I wasn't the one who destroyed it. Mm-hmm. I'm just their mother, and that's all I know how to be, and that's who I am. I mean, we all have to understand the higher power put me in this position to be their mother. These kids are not here just because we were being careless and having sex. These kids were meant to be here, and I'm here to carry out the responsibility that my Most High has placed on me to be all. So my relationship, my door with Velvet will always be open. I don't care how she feels about me, because this is the thing, and this is the misconception that we forget about other people when we get in our own feelings. We feel, oh no, you lying. That didn't happen. But that person has a right to feel the way that they feel. I cannot tell Velvet how to feel. But the thing about this whole thing that makes it so disrespectful is that
You feel the need to tell the world that I'm this horrible person, but you're never telling the person that's horrible to you that you have a problem with her. Therefore, it's not fair to me. It's not fair to yourself. It's not fair to Ellie. It's not fair to your unborn kid. You're keeping them.
I gotta put her on mute. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You know, she has the kids caught up in the middle now. You know, it's not fair to them to not ever have a conversation with the person who you have a problem with, but you feel the need to have this conversation with all of social media like that's gonna help you. That's not gonna help you. You and I, Velvet, have to get on one accord. We have to have a conversation about how you feel. I have to respect your feelings and you have to respect mine. And that's how we're going to move through this, and that's how we're going to repair our relationship. And so is it for the rest of, you know, our children. As far as their father is concerned, I don't want to hash out anything that happened between me and their father with them. That is done. That's over with. We need to move forward. We need to figure out how to mend our relationship with each other, and that is it.
So does she still have a relationship with the sister that she was with when she had the birthday party for Ellie?
I don't know which sister that was.
Yeah, we don't know.
Oh,
Remember, they had her at a party that she wasn't even there. They had the title,
right,
biological mother. So a lot of things that she know, but it's not people just putting that in there just so they can get views and clicks, knowing that she was not there.
No,
it was sorry. It was the light-skinned sister, heavy set. It was that sister she was living with. I seen a lot of the videos with that sister.
Well, that sister lived with Larry. So
okay.
Whenever she left Larry, she left the sister, but it has nothing to do with her sister why she left.
Okay.
I don't think so, at least.
So basically, again, keep in mind when she keeps saying a lot of things happened to her, a lot of things about her childhood, y'all automatically think that it's the mother. No,
right.
Tina raised her. So a lot of things. So now it will now it will give people a hold up. You know, Tina probably
Tony, I'm still stuck at the fact when this lady got online and said, yeah, and I'll beat your ass again, how she wasn't labeled as the dog person.
Oh. Woo.
I could see right through her. I could see right through her, and I always knew that me and you was going to talk. I put that in the universe because I've always seen through her, you know. But people got to realize if she was raised any type of way, that is on Mr. Pops and that's the woman figure, and they also the one that's living off of her money. After she get that money to him, she doesn't know where it goes.
Right.
So which of the kids do you have a relationship of the older kids?
I have two of our sons.
Okay.
The one I'm on the picture with, and then there's one son that's older than him. And we have, like I said, and we have sat down and talked, and we're like, look, whatever happened. It has nothing to do with y'all kids. We're going to put whatever was said in the review, but we're not even going to look at it. We're going to keep moving forward.
Right. I like that. I like that of you for the betterment of your children. And I think, I don't have children, but I think if you're a parent, that's how it should be done. You and the father or the mother, personal, whatever, you should try to come together and keep that out of it for the betterment of your children.
Mm-hmm.
I commend you.
Thank you. Well, Giselle, that's the reason why y'all didn't hear from me. Like, I'm not gonna be on here going back and forth with Larry. That's what I'm scared of. This is the reason why Velvet left. Because anytime anything was put out about me, it was being said that, oh, well, I'm gonna say this because she said that, and I hadn't said anything. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Just like Pops got receipts, Velvet got receipts. Let's get to the receipts of what Selena said to Pops.
And it's called selective amnesia, right?
And also, and I also would want to say this: some of the receipts on Selena don't exist anymore, but somebody got, it's computers, y'all. Somebody got those videos, and nobody wants to put them out there. Put those videos out there. I want the Yellow Brick Road posted. I want it broadcasted on the 9 o'clock news for everybody to see.
Well, let me see if I see it now, and I can show it another time if the video still exists. It's called the Yellow Brick Road.
Yes.
Because Miss Selena, could I ask you about the lady Mama Wanda and those alleged rumors?
You need to come to class on time. We went through that. So ask her, does she want to talk?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I see.
Well, this has a whole different prospect. In my mental, because what was portrayed about you indirectly, how it made people see you as the villain. From what you have said, for me, I see the whole picture totally different, and who actually was doing what, when, where, and why.
Because I tell you guys all the time in this chat, before you make an opinion, learn your math first. Well, learn your math. Could this possibly have happened? How old was who, what, and where? And you got to see if the math add up. And technically, you still can't really form any opinions because you really don't know. Nobody knew the age bracket. Nobody knew that a lot of things that was going on that wasn't on her watch. So,
Right.
So if anything, they make it okay. I'm gonna try to keep it nice because the man transcend. Yes, he's a good dad. Yes, he took care of the kids, but also other things happened that she still wasn't feeling what she wanted to feel because she still had to go out there. So everything was not being fulfilled in that household neither.
What y'all have to understand is the same picture that y'all have been painted, that social media has been painted. Before it even got to social media, that's the same story that was painted to my children. So if you growing up and you feeling like you have a mama who don't give a fuck about you, how you gonna feel?
Yes, yeah.
They were never given the opportunity to figure out if I don't give a fuck on their own. If that's the person that I am, let me show them that I'm that person.
And it's weird, and a lot of kids do this too. You have a lot of kids that want you to love me for me, accept me for me, but they can't do that with mama.
Yep.
You know, I'm like, well, I'm not perfect, right? And you have to accept me also.
That's true. They say parenting don't come with a book. It ain't a book, you know. I don't know. Like I said, I don't have children, but
go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
There's no right or wrong way of doing this, because at the end of the day, all of your children are going to be individuals. So you have to figure out how to get through to them on their level.
Yeah.
And when you got 8 of them, especially in the young adults and their steps, and most of them turning adulthood at the same damn time and moving into several different directions at the same time, like it's difficult. So when you in that process with them and you throwing up smoke screens, it makes it worse.
Yeah, you do the best you can do. That's all you can do as a mother. You do the best, as like you said, especially when you have more than one or two, you do the best you can do. And sometimes you miss stuff, especially having a lot of children. You gonna miss some things. It's not gonna be perfect.
Yeah. Now when the first time she came home, we already spoke upon that already. it's like he made that point. He said when she ready to come home, when she stopped playing games, that's when her mama gonna come in. I thought that was the best thing he could say. Like, I don't play these games, but when you're ready, I'll be there. So to me, that's more than enough. The kids don't understand that until they have their own kids and their kids get older. And like, I don't like to keep saying like generational curse generate, because that because you was a good parent, that doesn't mean you're gonna have good kids, you know.
Mhm.
That doesn't mean, oh, I'm breaking generational curse, so I'm gonna be. There's no such. Is no such thing. It's none. I work with kids. They're all terrible. They're all terrible. I don't care what their mamas are, right? So anything else that you would like to clear up or of your name, and then boss lady could come in with her questions. Okay, she got us some boss lady.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, y'all. I was talking to my son. We have our little business going on over here. I really don't have anything to clear up. I'm just not this horrible parent y'all think I am.
Mhm.
You know,
Not us. Not us.
The children were told to pick a side, and they chose. That's all it is.
Oh, they was coerced into picking a side.
Uh-huh. That's what it was. I'm gonna be honest. This is what I gather from somebody was manipulating some babies somewhere. That's what I get.
Well,
and they manipulate. You know.
It's the same thing with the squad. If you
Uh-huh.
don't come on my panel and ask questions about Selena and you not understanding what I'm saying, you gonna get booted. It's the same thing.
Now, boss lady, you have anything, baby?
Well, I just wanted to ask her, as far as the other kids and as far as, you know, them, you guys, you said you wanted to fix a relationship with y'all. How is that working out, and how are you know, going about that?
Nobody put this out there. This is just how I'm feeling, that their
Yeah.
reaction by being distant is I'm seeing a lot about them keeping up with their dad's legacy. And whoever they didn't mess with when their daddy was alive, they're not gonna mess with him daddy's dead.
Ooh.
They're keeping up their father's legacy.
Mm.
And that is okay with me.
Mm.
Oh, they will.
If you won't honor and look, if we can't get honor thy mother and thy father, at least they're honoring their father. They're halfway there.
Now, Velvet going through this alone. Do you? I mean, because I'm like, little girl, you don't truly understand. You need support system. So how
That's
do you
right.
feel about her thinking that she's gonna do this on her own and she's gonna be like the best ever? You know, how do you feel about that? And if you can reach out and say, listen, I mean, not to come back to you or make up with you, but I'm just saying, you see where she's thinking that, you know, I got these big O's, I got these angels, they buy my food, you know, they take care of me, but she doesn't understand you're gonna get older, pretty fades. So
Mhm.
it's gonna be a time. You got 18 years, you got 16, you got 16 more years for her to be grown, and you got another full 18. Do you think big on everybody gonna be taking care of you for another 18 years?
How do I feel about that? I feel like it's not reality. And that's the part that clashes between me and her, because it's not reality to me.
Now, far as Eliana's name, her last name is Bishop, correct?
Yes.
You see, that's why I keep telling y'all, stop listening to Nature Nut, okay? Come on, that's the white man's name, because he don't put your name on birth certificate. Don't put your name on the birth certificate. So how was that journey getting her birth certificate back from Mexico?
I don't know. When the birth certificate got here, I didn't even open it. I forwarded it to her P.O. box, and that was that. When I texted her that the birth certificate was here, and she gave me a P.O. box to send it to, and that's what I did to it. I didn't even open it.
No.
So Tina doesn't try to.
I was talking about the process, because that's another country. Was you there
So
for the process, or she did it on her own?
she did it on her own. And
Okay.
she tried to do it 3 times.
Mm.
And every time it was $50. I know the first time I gave her the $50. And the other 2 times she was like, oh, I got it together. I applied for Ellie's birth certificate. It never came. It came this 3rd time. So I don't know if she wasn't taking the proper avenues or whatever, but I know that 3rd time I had her call the U.S. consulate here in New Orleans.
Mm.
And that's when we got really through to the proper channels to get her birth certificate sent through. So when the birth certificate got here, and I'm not even accurate whether it was the birth certificate or not, because I didn't open it.
Right. Right.
It was a manila envelope,
Mhm.
which made it feel like it was the birth certificate. So it had velvet name on it, care of Eliana, or was it Eliana care of Velvet? However it was sealed, and I sent it to her. That's just that. Because I'm done with this. Like, he wants to make me out, and Tina wants to make me out like I'm the one that's perpetrating all of the mess and the harassment. And I'm
No,
not.
she was the custodial parent, and like I said, people need to do their math. So Eliana is now at this point, for what you know, she is an American citizen, correct?
I don't even know. I didn't see the birth certificate.
Because I thought that it would have switched over that both of her parents are American. So I don't know.
I don't even know. That's her baby. That's her business. My business
So
is
does Tina?
to-
Do you have any type of relationship with Tina?
no.
Please, Tina's still talking crap. You saw that video.
I'm just saying, the
What
man
video
that
she
has
put
been
out?
gone, and you would think.
The video you
You would
seen
think.
when man, like I said, a lot of things. God bless you. You are better than me. I just keep
All
saying.
I know is this.
Yes.
I could
Yes.
not be with my husband if he treated his children's mother and talked about his children's mother as much as Larry talks about me. I couldn't be with him.
Neither could I, Miss Selena. And no disrespect. I don't even have respect for a woman who would stay with a man and allow that man to disrespect the first mother of his children. I would have to check you, you ninja. You will be checked.
No, some women do that.
Yeah, it's a complete, for me, the woman I am, it's a complete turn off for me. So let's say me and Mr. Sykes was in a bar and I'm liking what I'm seeing, and we flirting because we in a bar, we doing our thing, we drinking, we feeling our liquor, and we catch eye contact and we flirting back and forth, vaguely. And he come over and speak, and we decide to go out on a date, and he's sitting here talking about his ex. I'm getting up and leaving.
Me too, Selena. That's what I'm saying. I'm
Hello.
That is the biggest turn off. I do
Yes.
not want to hear you shit on another woman, let alone your ex, let alone the children of your mother.
That's
I'm
right.
trying to tell you, I was laying in the bed with my ex, and he went to talking. He cussed his baby mama out. She called, and he started cussing. I said, you know what?
Mm-mm.
You pick that phone up and you call her back and talk like you got some sense.
A lot of women out here want the other person to be shitted on because it validates them. And if that's
Right.
your source of validation, you have very low self-esteem.
That's right.
Because that man is going to turn around and do the same thing to you. If he'll do it to one woman, he'll do the same thing to you.
May I ask you, do you think when Velvet made that decision to go to Nature Boy, from her being young and knowing the type of spirit she had, do you think she was looking for Nature Boy or just looking for nature? Or, she did you see something like when she was young besides, her being your higher self and you like not following her, you not following her what she wants you to cook and not stop eating this and eating.
Did she start that with the first guy?
No, but let me just say one thing.
No, she didn't.
She said
She was trying to live a vegan lifestyle, and there's nothing wrong with a diet. So I didn't see any red flags with that. But because I do keto. And I make the whole house do keto when I'm losing weight. But I didn't see any red flags with the vegan diet. I didn't see any red flags at all. I can honestly say that she did not know what she was getting herself into when she first contacted Nature Boy and went to Costa Rica.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't have a clue.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you.
Let me just
She didn't-
address let me address something. Kiss the Val, you would think now we keep this our channel is completely respectable, right?
Mm-hmm.
You would think that she will. Who's for you to say what you think that she should be doing? Number one. Number two, it was not supposed to be an interview. She didn't ask for an interview. We just women talking. That's it. We are just women talking. We trying to aspire and get people to learn so we can know we all went through this. So please don't come with that. You would think, wow, maybe you would think, but if you listen to what she's saying, she's thinking that too. But don't and far as something about don't bring the squad in here, that's fine too. But that's what we're not going to do.
But if okay, so if Kiss the Veil is in the comments and Kiss the Veil is the squad, then the squad is in here, so I can talk freely about the squad.
Exactly.
Well, I don't even know the squad, right? But I don't know the squad. I keep my stuff positive. Now, I wanted to say, now remember you were in your lower self, right? And remember,
I got you.
And your higher self said that you try to kill it with the baby milk.
Yeah.
And let me tell you how the universe works. If you've seen today in that video that I showed, she has no milk for the new baby. What's she gonna do?
It'll come in.
Maybe not. As of now, she doesn't have no milk. But I'm just saying, do you see how odd you said that? And now she has to figure out if her milk is going to come in or she's going to poison the baby with bought milk like you had to do. Sometimes you gotta be careful. You got to be careful what you say. You got to be very careful.
I mean, and these children have to be careful what they ask for too. They cuss their parents out, and even as parents, we all have to be careful what we ask for. You know, because we treat our children some type of way, and then when they go against us, and vice versa, when the children treat the parents some type of way, and y'all feel like we disconnect, y'all feel like the parent is wrong, and when the child disconnects, y'all feel like the child is wrong. I never said Velvet was wrong for disconnecting. If I was Velvet, I would have disconnected too.
And Christabel, why haven't you came at Tina like that? Because Tina, she was in Tina's care. She wasn't in her mother's care. She was in Tina's care. Did you speak to her like that? Did you say to Tina why you don't find Velvet and console her? I mean, if you're going to keep that same energy, don't come after a mother and this
and
one.
How do you know there wasn't no consoling going on when Velvet was in my care? You wasn't here.
That's right.
You don't know what goes on behind closed doors, and that's the whole thing that I hate about these social media bullies.
Yep.
And this false courage y'all get behind what y'all don't know.
Oh, they put her in the closet.
but
my snipers don't play Miss Selena. She's in the closet right now.
Miss Selena, you are right. Don't nobody know that time that you was with you had your daughter Velvet. They don't know what you tried to do, but you can only do so much with your children, especially when they are of an age.
And especially when you have the Kiss the Veils and the stepmama who's going against everything that you're trying to do that is correct. See, when they got Velvet back or in her ear, it was, oh no, you not crazy. If she think you crazy, she crazy. You don't need no psychological counseling. Everything that I've ever tried to do for my children, not just Velvet, for all of them, has always been played against me like I'm the bad parent. Like I told y'all, this bad parenting thing has been put out about me before it hit the internet. Now, how about I say this? Because I'm about to get real ignorant right now.
Uh-oh.
How about you?
We got you, so
Kiss the Veil got a fucking baby. Why don't you go tend to your baby and get off of social media? Because you always on social media.
But this your home, so
what kind of parent are you? You don't question nobody's parenting because we're all women at the end of the day. We're all parents at the end
Mhm.
of the day. I don't live in nobody's house. So I can't question your parenting, and neither can you question mine.
You can't question yours because your kids have two parents, and two parents mean both of them can take care of the kids. So I had an agreement that he'll take the kids. So at that point, everything that's instilled in her right now comes from
Baby, let me
Mhm.
and Tina, and let me tell you about those situations. It was roundtable discussions where we would decide, okay, well, Selena, you could get the kids on XYZ date or whatever. I'll send what you need to what they need to send, and when they come by me, you can send what they need to send. Okay, cool. And then Tina speaks up, no, she needs to do what she needs to do on her end, and you do what you have to do on your end. But then that's computed like I don't do nothing for my kids.
Whoa. Yeah. Yep. That's what that is. Or indirect. But yeah, that's what that is.
But they didn't have no problem they didn't have no problem at all taking her money. We didn't even have to really have no more of that discussion. So if you felt any of you guys felt that way, you were not the same way you didn't need no help for your first two kids, and you got out there and you did hair, you baked cakes, you did what you had to do. They didn't have that same feeling. They could have said, you know what, I'm gonna take it. They didn't do that. They accepted that money.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mhm.
and technically, you stronger than her. I'm not going to say him because he can't speak for himself. So,
Right.
okay.
But what I'm getting is this was late, like Miss Selena said, this manipulation was done way before it hit the internet. So it was already in some of her children's mind, because people had put it in there anyway, way before the internet. So it was already there. So it was easy for it to continue going onto the internet.
And this is another thing, and this is another thing why we shouldn't listen to a man talk about his past relationships. And even as women, we definitely should not go into our next relationship speaking of our ex.
Yep.
If this had not been portrayed the way it has been, my current husband, would know nothing about my past relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Because your past relationship will set you up to be treated the way a man is going to treat you.
Yep, that's true.
Exactly, ma'am. Exactly.
That is true.
So while people sitting in the comments rebuttaling what I'm saying, y'all need to really
just that one. My
Get
crew was good.
Get a pen and pad, ladies, and take some notes, because y'all gonna learn something. I've been through this now. I ain't talking about what I think I know. I'm talking about what I've been through. You know, you don't bring old baggage. And I'm gonna tell you, I didn't learn that from this social media situation. I ain't learned that. I learned that in counseling. You do not carry baggage into your new relationship. Yeah. And like, you know, people think, oh, she crazy. She went to counseling. Counseling, mental health, everybody need mental health. You don't have to be crazy to need mental health.
You know what? I'm a mental health counselor. I'm telling anybody, get counseling. Nothing wrong. Counseling does not always mean you crazy. It's totally different. But in our culture as Black people, we're not even taught. I got counseling from my mother's verbal abuse. Physical abuse a long time ago. It saved me. It will save you. It will help sisters, especially. I don't want to take up your chat, but I just want to say to all of our beautiful sisters, young, old, middle age, if you're going through something, get counseling. It does not mean you're crazy all the time, but when you get counseling, it helps you. It gives you a better perspective.
That's right.
On what's going on versus family, your pastor, or any of that. Or you can just, it's free. It's free numbers in every state where you could call. I used to do a hotline. You could call and just talk to people. Sometimes people just need you to not listen, you to not speak. Just talk to them. But please get counseling. Okay, I don't want to take your show. I just wanted to put that out there.
Is depending. Sometimes you need help because some people have some people's cycles get thrown off monthly, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had the cycle from hell. So I didn't realize why I'm depressed one minute and ready to kill the next minute. And people don't understand our hormones and stuff too. Some people got PMS, some people got PMDD. And a lot of them don't understand a lot of that comes from your menstrual cycle. So
it comes from having them babies too.
Well, this is talking about before the babies, then after the babies too. A lot of people don't understand postpartum, and nobody has not just said, well, maybe this lady at this age, y'all didn't catch the age, you come to class early, but at this lady, maybe she didn't know, because I did not know anything about postpartum when I had my daughter. I didn't have to know anything, right? All I knew was, who is this child?
Right.
All I knew is, how to hold her, and I'm like, I had no idea at all that I should have received help, because I was young. I was grown, but still young, and in the way that happened, it happened no violation way. Just I thought I was grown. It just took that one time, and there she go, right? I said, damn, I couldn't even get one time, and there she go. My first try, here she go. But anyway, but I'm just saying, I did not know because of that. I'm thinking I'm going to travel the world and do this, and boom, here she goes. And that postpartum set in so bad, I never even knew that word existed until later on. So, it was a lot of strained time between me and my daughter, because you don't have that emotional connection the way you want. You connected, but it's not that type of connection. And then when you're by yourself, the father's not there, you have no support and no family. See, nobody's not seeing that part. You understand? Nobody's not seeing that.
That's true.
Selena, what is the message you would like to get to Bill?
Bring your tail home with them babies.
Yep.
You ain't got to be here forever. Just come home and get yourself together.
That's it. Yep.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then let me and Ellie bake a cake.
And
it's good that she always say, regardless of what she says, she always say, my mother is a strong woman.
Yep.
That's one thing she never not said, regardless of what she said. So she know.
She's always talk about the strength of you. So that tell you right there, she know. And I don't pray or nothing like that, but I'm a call on the ancestors, light some candles and some stuff, and ask them to give Velvet the strength to go home. And honestly, if you listen, Velvet, baby, you need to be home with your mama.
Yeah,
so you can get it together.
But the problem with that is she's thinking that she's teaching Nature Boy a lesson too. Like, I'm gonna do this by, like a lot of young ladies, they want to show these men I can do it by myself, and I can do Bigo the way you do Bigo, and I still have followers. You thought you destroyed me, but now I got my own little cult. And as we see, and so basically they are still technically doing tit for tat.
Which ain't gonna get you nowhere. It's not gonna change the situation. It's not gonna make it better. What you're doing is the same thing that me and your dad did, tit for tat, until I got tired and I tapped out. And I tapped out over 10 years ago, y'all. Like Larry and Tina talked about this thing like this was currently, like this is current events. This is not current events. This is old news. I tapped out a long time ago. I'm so tapped out, I don't even know where my kids live out right now.
Yeah. You're tired mentally.
Yes. And it's draining. And I don't have this kind of energy.
And then you gotta work, and then you gotta be a good wife for your husband. So, I'm glad that you finally found true love.
Yeah.
Somebody who truly has your back. And I just keep praying that we're gonna keep you in the prayers, that maybe one child at a time, because they're gonna need mama. I don't care what y'all do. I think it's good out here in the streets. Wait till that Vigo stop, or wait till this stop or that stop. And either way, they gotta remember the same way they did not like for thank you, Chantel. The same way that they didn't like what was going on if they heard anything that they wasn't supposed to hear. You're not repeating that to your child. Why would you put that on Facebook? It doesn't go away.
Right.
So then every year, sometimes if you got Facebook, they throw up like a memory and it'll just pop on your page. Like, and people like, well, swear it's your birthday. Like, no, it's not my birthday. It's this, they put this memory up there. So they don't know. So if you want to continue to do the same thing, then you did not learn nothing. So you better make it good with your mother, because you want your kids is going to do the same thing. You can't say two parents that ever walk. So when you and your child, when you go through your adolescent stage and you start feeling for your feelings, how they say, smelling yourself, your child start acting that way and all that, then you're going to wonder, oh, how would you like if your child said that to you?
Yeah. And when your mama gone, I'm telling y'all, if y'all haven't experienced, my mom been gone 9 years. I'm the only child. I just miss her smell. I wish I could just have one day of smelling my mama. So if you got a mama, y'all better work out whatever twinks y'all got. Y'all don't get along. Work that out and go kiss your mama, hug your mama. Cause when your mama gone, that heart, baby, it ain't nothing gonna feel it like mama. So y'all better get right with y'all mamas while y'all mamas alive.
And you don't let nobody come in between you and your mama or you and your dad.
Right.
You don't let nobody break the bond that you have with your parents. I don't care on what end it is.
Yep.
You don't let one parent hold you against the other. You keep telling them, look, I don't have nothing to do with that, but I'm going by my mama. I'll see you later. And mama, I don't have nothing to do with that, but I'm going by my daddy. I'll see you later.
That's right.
I love you, mama, but I'll be back. Love you, daddy, but I'll be back.
Yep.
I think that's, like I said, but let me just go back to where I was at. Now, like I said, the free spirit that she was, did you always know that she was going to try to run out there and see the world?
No, I didn't. I didn't see that coming. As smart as Velvet is, I saw her completing college. I really did. And we all have expectations for our children. I'm telling y'all now, let them go. Let them expectations go, because that ain't reality either, because they're gonna grow into who they are. And they're gonna go their route. They're not gonna go your route. And we get a little heartbroken as parents when we look at this infant that just came out of our womb and we say, hey, I'm gonna create this being to be something that I was not. And then it gets grown and it makes its own decisions. And then you're heartbroken. So stop doing that, y'all. Don't do that. You raise them and you do the best you can with them, but let them go in their own path. Velvet can live this lifestyle. I'm not condoning the lifestyle, or what I'm not condoning is the false information behind the lifestyle. If you want to live like this and you want to live in nature, that's fine. Do that. I can't control that. That's what you desire. But what you're going to do is you're not going to be out here putting out false information behind it. You're not going to be messing over people. You're not going to be fighting people on the beach. You're not going to be not feeding people and doing downloads and all this demonic stuff. That is demonic.
And then Velvet has to understand that Nature Boy has now put her in the same predicament that she was put in, because she has the baby. She's gone. What do he go do? Go get the other kids. Oh, let's go roller skating. I don't know if you're seeing them things. Oh, let's go roller skating. Oh, you want earbuds? Y'all send me $300 for these earbuds. Oh, you want this? So now these kids are forming a relationship with him, and her daughter is not. So now she has to keep calling him and to get money for the baby. But he basically, what he's purposely doing is he keeps saying he wants the little girl, but he don't. But just to piss off Valerie. Look at all the extra time when she's never spent that much time with the older two boys.
Well, this in her situation, and this is kind of contradicting for me to say this, but in this situation, that boy don't need no contact with no child,
No.
Thank you.
male
Thank
or
you.
female.
Thank you. But that's put
You know,
there.
I mean, as parents, we got to make our best judgments. You know what I'm saying? But if your mama is living and she working and she done got a career, and your daddy is working, he taking care of the kids, he got a new wife and they doing what they do and they living, then yeah, don't let nobody come in between that. That's a relationship that's untouchable. You know what I'm saying? But in this situation, it's detrimental to these children's lives and their well-being.
You seen when he had one son laying on the lady's son, but all of that's put there so at some point in time, Ellie gets to see that, you know, and I think
Yeah.
that's the most spiteful thing that you can do. At least they didn't have the social media. Y'all had what y'all had going on, but that's that. Oh, well, he'll sit up there and, well, daddy loves you and this, but your mother's this and your mother's that. She doesn't understand. He's turning her to go through what you had to go through. I mean, what she doesn't understand, because she sees as I'm doing good, I'm doing fine. But these videos never go away. So he's gonna hear, but mama love you. And then Ellie's gonna have to see, you know, who's that? Well, who's that? And then she's gonna figure, well, what happened to me? So then now Velvet now has to answer questions the same way people's asking you. So how
Miss
is
Selena, go ahead. I'm sorry, sis.
I was making a statement, but go ahead, Giselle.
Miss Selena, let me ask you, do you think somewhere in Velvet's subconscious, Velvet might want to go home, but she's afraid, you know, because if she comes back, then that means you were right? Do you think somewhere she's thinking like that too? You know, I'm gonna fight against it.
I don't think that she's thinking that. I think
Mhm.
that she does not want to disappoint her father, and she does not want to have a relationship with me because it's disappointing to him.
Okay.
Even his death.
Yeah. Okay. So somewhere Velvet is gonna have to realize that she's not disappointing her father legacy by going home to her mama. Maybe something happened. Maybe something will happen to make Velvet realize that thinking don't make no sense.
Oh no, she will.
Yeah, I think she will too.
Because when he transcended, he has now left them with their mother. It's just all the fact that how it happens, like how it goes. You know, one child at a time, one day at a time, sweet Jesus. That's all I'm asking for you. You know, so that same thing, one child at a time. But like I said, she got 2 months to go. I think she says she's due like the 20th of November, right?
November. Yeah, November. Sometime in November. Well, you know what? I just pray. I just pray that she wake up and she come on home to her mama where it's safe. You know, she can relax. She can have her second baby, and she can be relaxed. Because like I said, I don't have no children, but I have cousins and stuff. It's hard when you out there by yourself. You got one, you're pregnant with another one. You have no means of income but this new internet. You can't depend on that when Ellie started getting hungry and you only got number 50 cents in your pocket. Come on now, Velvet. If you listening, come on, girl, wake the effing up.
I don't think that she's sleeping. I just think that she's trying to prove right now she's Superwoman. Now, I want to ask you one thing. Well, her belief that she got back into talking about God, do you feel that that's coming from the teachings that you gave her?
I don't know.
I think so, because she's been like really, you know, because people be like, they would say, oh, people gotta understand they gotta start somewhere. So even if she's fully not into it and don't fully believe in that book, at least you picked it up. At least she's trying
Mhm.
to. Sometimes you gotta turn to God first. You have to turn.
Mhm.
She may not be doing it the way people want her to do it, you know,
Right.
but it's baby steps. So they may
Right.
think that she's using God. No, because she
Right.
knows that
And
he has more power than Nature Boy.
right. And even with
Right.
her and I, it's got to be baby steps, and all of the children, because they don't trust me. They have been taught not to trust me.
Right. Yeah. That so subconsciously, because basically they've been brainwashed. So now it's going to take a little longer. They have to find it with them to start trusting again. And the when it comes to Velvet and the Bible, that may be her way. Everybody have their own way. Everybody move different. So if that's her protection, I'm for it. And
Well,
that may be her way back home. That
yeah.
Right.
right there.
That's what I was thinking.
But she has to come to the conclusion first. The last conversation I had with Velvet, she told me that I didn't want nothing for her, in so many words.
Mhm.
That her dad is the one that wants her to live her life and be abundantly blessed, and I didn't want that.
Now, why does Velvet think? Because remember, she's been 15, running away. Why does she feel that you and everybody else has done something to her? Is that something that is an excuse for what she doesn't do, or does she feel like that, but it's not true? Or have people always done things to her, or was it because her and her siblings was close, or they was close? I'm like, she be leaving us a lot confused here.
Ain't nobody done her nothing. That's Nature Boy that done made her believe everybody's after her to hurt her or do
Mhm.
something to her. See, the whole
Mhm.
psychological thing with Nature Boy, when they're there, all of them, not just her, is to turn them against their family.
Yep.
So she's already been turned against her mom. So Nature Boy just amended and sealed the deal.
Right. And that's why people were saying that even once I got a chance to like go on one of her lives, and I just mentioned, like, Velvet, you need to get some help. And I'm not saying you crazy, but when you've been in a cult and when you've been brainwashed, you just can't come out of it and go and live a normal life. You need to you need all those layers of that brainwash peeled back.
You need
Because
to
what
find.
she will do is continue to do the same thing.
Yes, you also need to learn coping mechanisms.
Yep.
So basically, I'm gonna go yesterday. I mean, I keep saying yesterday. We're gonna call it yesterday, okay? Because I keep saying, but we know it wasn't yesterday. Now, so basically, her mind was set on child support, but then it wasn't Nature Boy talking her out of the child support. It was the other. It was talked about from somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, and my whole thing for the child support was just to keep a paper trail on his behind, so we know where he is.
Right.
And
Right.
eventually he I mean, we know he's not going to pay child support.
Right.
So then that would keep a tab on him. So eventually he'll be brought down.
Right.
Now, how did you feel about all these wannabe confessionals, but nobody never did nothing? That's including Selena. Is her name Selena? Not Selena, Sybil. I was I'm sorry, this is just how I feel. Like I was so disgusted. I'm like, you rather write a book than to help people? Because I'm into helping people. Writing the book.
Well, I mean, some people might be disgusted that I'm sitting here basically talking about dead men.
Well, listen,
this whole thing might make my children feel like, yeah, she probably glad he did.
Well, we keep it all positive here, and if they want to think that way, that will be their thought. You understand?
Right.
That would be their thought.
Exactly. So I said that to say this: I can't put any energy into what Sybil did or why she did it. She did what she felt she needed to do.
No, but I'm saying all the things that was done, because that one, I'm talking about everybody who leaves. She's just one of many that has left. And that goes back to Maisha. The man could have been in jail for 17 years or something like that.
Let me
Sorry. He was supposed to do, he was looking at, because I heard that whole lot. He was looking at, she said he was looking at 10 to 20 years. And he called her locked while she was locked up and asked her to drop the charges. And the lawyers, the judges, and they got back together while they was waiting for everything to be over.
No,
She got back with him.
She, the narcissist that he is, she wrote
Mhm.
a letter and said that was all her fault. But I'm saying this is continuing and just driving me crazy because everybody who leaves, instead of helping somebody else, they pick up the scam.
Yep, that I agree with you. Nobody really do anything and really have him locked up. And I mean, have the handcuffs put on him.
Well, y'all have to understand this too. Nature Boy is very well connected, and I believe, once they go over there and know and find out, see, social media is not the only force that's supporting Nature Boy. There's behind the scenes sources that's
that I know, but we're gonna leave that
supporting
alone.
Nature Boy. And
Yeah.
it's some, see, we're gonna leave that alone, okay?
That I know.
And there's some high, you know, not high and mighty, but you know, some very it's just a dark entity, okay, y'all?
Yeah.
It's a dark entity that supports him and stands for what he stands for, and it's his backing. So you don't know, we know that they know who these people are and what they're capable of. We don't know this.
Right.
And that's what I feel keeps anybody from coming out and talking about what's happening, what's going on, and all of that kind of stuff.
Right, Miss Celine. And also, I always thought that the blackmail, I actually with the sex tapes, also I believe he been doing stuff behind these people back when they sleep, taping them or making them brainwashing them, putting them in certain sexual situations, so if they do leave, they can't talk. You are right. He's the puppet master. There's a puppet master over him.
Okay, hold on, because I promised her that I was going to let her see this video. Okay, I promised her I was going to let her see this video. Okay, and like I said, do not make any questions personal. We only talk about what is put out already. And thank you guys for coming to the show. Please be nice, because I have never went in anybody's chat and spoke what I think and what I feel. Matter of fact, I don't really go nowhere, but I want to show her this video. You ready, Miss Selena?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I appreciate you coming.
You're welcome.
And I don't know how they're not getting inspiration out of this. And then they said, why she ain't confident? Well, because she's over there and I'm over here. I'm like, duh, do your math. How can you talk about, well, because that's been done and I have a husband, and that's for Tina to talk about, not me. But people, they don't use their minds at all. And I'm trying to be nice and not let Miss Selena know my mouth is terrible. All right.
Mine is too.
I'm trying to be very nice because, like I said, this is her home and she can pop up here anytime. Because that's why I always go, my name, my other alias is Positive Vibes. That's me. But woo, when Brooklyn come out, y'all better leave Brooklyn sleeping. Keep Brooklyn sleeping. Okay, here we go.
How broken. My fucking, yo, did y'all feel it? I literally had to break that shit, that bond, my nigga. I just kept it all the way G with Shorty, like, yo, listen. Like, I broke the bind, my nigga. Like, I really broke the bind. Hold up. Let me tell you what the fuck happened. Let me get this shit together.
Now, you see he rubs the eye, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go.
Y'all just don't.
Look, right, she's been calling me lately, and I've been ignoring her calls. You feel me?
Velvet is gonna keep calling him because
And so she hits Mama Sheba up like, yo, I need to get in touch with Chief. Like calling me Chief now? Like, fuck, she calling me Chief. Like, and so Sheba coming to me like, yo, she hitting my line saying she need to get in touch with you. Where the admins at, yo? Where
Now,
my admins at?
I didn't. Sorry for not the stamp, but I want y'all to see how darker and darker his eyes are getting as he's speaking. Okay, so even though I ain't got the timestamp, you can see the more he talks, the darker his eyes get. Now let's go.
All right. So she hit me up like, yo. She hit Sheba up because she couldn't get in touch with me. I told you I'm putting her on what? She's like, listen, what you calling me for? Well, I was calling you. I didn't get no calls to my phone because I blocked you. She was like, oh, well, I thought you might be doing something scandalous. I'm like, why would you say, what was I doing something scandalous? Like, yo, this bitch is fucking delusional. Oh, all right, it's coming out. Look, let's get it.
You heard it? He said it's coming out.
Uh-huh.
So look, boom, right?
You notice he's still doing the hand signals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nowhere. She's the one doing some scandalous shit. And I'm like, I'm on the phone with her, and she like, yo, starts talking this crazy shit about how I cheated on her and did all this. I'm like, you fucking delusional. Oh. Listen.
Do y'all see exactly how black his eyes are now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Listen. So all of a sudden, a woman snatches the phone. She's like, hey, Chief. Now this is the sound of my people from New Orleans. I'm like, this is my folks from New Orleans. I'm like, how the fuck you find her?
Okay,
like,
it's coming.
She with my people from New Orleans, like, yo, what the fuck? She like, I know, Chief, I know. I'm like, yo, this is some fucked up shit. You over there with my peoples in New Orleans? I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Now look. Wait. It's gonna turn into a reptile.
Are you okay?
Derek, got it?
You see it right there. That's it. That's that demon. Look at it right there. Yep, look at it. Woo! Yep, that's it. That's that demon. Look at their eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever you was thinking, baby, I want to let you know you were 100% correct.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
All right, you could take him down now.
All right. And here, take that. Let's get that out of here.
That's right.
But I promised her, because she was thinking about it before, and she was like, nah, they didn't believe. I'm like, no, baby. And behind the scenes, I have to speak to you behind the scenes, Selena.
Mm-hmm.
What other things? But
okay.
But that's strictly behind the scenes and stuff like that. But did y'all see that man eyes turn into a damn? It went just like a reptile.
I've seen that before of that demon right there. I've seen it before of that demon, straight demon.
No, but you have to see how when he start, his eyes they gets darker, darker, completely black. You don't see a pupil nowhere.
I've even seen pictures. I have pointed out to other people that he's taken, and you can see the demon in him when he's in the back, and people in the front. You can see the silhouette of the demon, and his eyes are pitch black.
Well, all narcissistic people actually has that dark colored eye.
Yes.
And it's called the narcissistic stare. So I'm just going to educate you on that stare.
Yes.
But I can never see the whole eye shape shift. I'm like, hold up.
I got to go to work in the morning and deal with some of my narcissistic patients. Yes, they're very dark.
Please, some people, Miss. Okay. All right. Boss lady, you got anything for her?
No, I will be talking to Miss Selena on the back chat.
Yeah, we're going to do a lot of back chatting. So soon as okay, she knows my DM now, which I really need for her to know.
Check, check, make sure I got the right person.
Huh?
Check and make sure I got the right person.
Look for Grumpy Smurf. You know, I'm the only Grumpy Smurf there is.
Yeah, a little Smurf that popped up.
Yeah, that's me. Now I am not you won't people think it's a dummy page. 'Cause first of all, I didn't even know I had Instagram. I had Instagram for years. I never knew my daughter be doing stuff behind my back because she be trying to get me to catch up to the world.
Mm-hmm.
But I be like, but damn, well, how many different ways you need to say hello or something? I gotta text you and say hello. And then God forbid if you don't answer the phone, they put on Facebook, answer your phone. I'm like so mad. They gotta see the steam that come out of me. And I'll be like, then people like, well, you need Twitter. I'm like, no, I don't need these things. And every time I say I don't need these things, all of a sudden I look at my computer, I got these things. So I'm like, if I don't save it, how am I supposed to get that? I don't know none of it. Can you tell me passcode, please? You know, but I didn't even know I had that. But so that's why you don't see pictures and stuff on there because I never knew I had it. So now I just strictly use it like to DM people.
Okay.
So
And
page.
ladies, I'm gonna drop down so I can go cook me something to eat. I want to say thank you for having me on your channel, and I want to say both of you sisters, the host and co-host, thank you all. Thank you, family in the chat, and Miss Selena. I want to say to you, it's been a pleasure talking to you, and you have really clarified so much for a lot of us. You really helped us see it was not you. You wasn't that villain that you was portrayed. And I'm so happy and I'm proud of you. And stay true and keep fighting for all of your babies and stay in that counseling. It's going to work. It will work for you. And if anybody out there, you Black women, y'all need counseling, y'all need to talk to somebody. Go get you some counseling or pick up a phone. In every state, they got hotlines free for y'all. Love y'all, family. You all have a good night.
You too.
Thank you for coming up and thank you for the apology. Now, Miss Selena.
Yes, ma'am.
The mother that you are, what you can't stop being, even though somebody may say is true or false, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what goes through you when you have to, or you just like, I'm just gonna disconnect it, and that's not my world. Because like for me, if somebody talk about me, I would never know unless somebody bring it to my attention, because that's not my world.
Well, part of me disconnecting is for the exact same reason. I can't respond to what I don't know.
Exactly. And it's not like, that's why I tell people, y'all talk about me, do a video. I would never, I really don't care. You know, I stay in my lane. If that's how you feel, then knock yourself out. You know? Okay. But
I'm sorry you feel that way. However, my life can't stop. I can't. It's almost like people in my life want my life to stop, and I'm supposed to smell their roses. I can't stop and smell your roses. I have to stop and smell my own roses. Like I just don't understand. And they compute it as I don't care. It's not that I don't care. I have other children. Velvet is not the only person who exists. These other children, if they want to be in my life and need my moral support, then I have to be that for them. I cannot get consumed and bogged down by what one child has going on. That's not reality of my situation. And I have a daughter that's in the military. She goes through things mentally as well. She calls mama, and I don't know how to help her, but tell her, look, you have the resources you need to tap into them. Mama wants her to give her that advice. She might not even know how to tap into her resources. You know, sometimes your mama is just that confirmation that you need to pull through whatever it is you're going through. Even though mama might not have the right words, she can point you in the right direction.
Do you think at this point in time, for all of this that she's been through, and with the love bombing, with the flower that she walked it, do you think like maybe some of the problem is she disassociated herself? from having feelings and emotions because her feelings and somewhere down the line she think her feelings and emotions didn't matter with you guys because she stresses it. And now with Nature Boy, her feelings and emotions don't matter. So people may go in harder on her because they don't understand that she disassociated herself with that part of her inner. So that will make it appear like,
Yeah, and that makes sense. What makes sense the most is that she's looking for validation, and she feels like her parents don't validate her. She feels like we don't care because we're not doing what we want her to do, or me rather.
And then when she speaks upon, like, people got to remember, let me just put this out here too, because everybody's being good in this chat, but it's for the people who's in the bushes. The only reason, it's not like we don't care about Pops, but he's not here to speak for himself. So that's the purpose of us just talking about her. Now, as far as their relationship when they was younger, yes, we go back down memory lane, because if we don't go back down memory lane, we will not know all the things this lady has been through. So then we just kept it as up in a certain age bracket. Now she can say a little bit, but she's not here to say anything or dishonor or come for an interview. We are showing respect to his memory by not saying nothing about him. So don't insert his name into something to make you feel good when we're not insert. We are giving him and the family respect by not mentioning his name, because as she said last time and she said this time, he's not here to speak for himself. So do not run with this interview thinking that, oh my God, they just talked about her. Yes, we are just talking about her because we cannot talk about him. And that's enough before y'all go into the closet. Okay, go ahead.
Yes. So with Velvet, I really forgot my point. But
No, I keep seeing that. And I had to just, sometimes you gotta check people real quick.
I got you. But I think that she is looking for validation, basically. And she's looking for the validation she cannot get from her parents.
And she's also looking for the audience, just like any entertainer, because Nature Boy built that in her head. Remember, her name was Queen. She was the chiefess, the nanny. Remember, her food had to be first. When she was going through things, they weighed on this young lady hand and foot. So in her mind, she can't get that through them no more. So I can get it from the audience. But she has to be praised right about now. Nature Boy because of 8 kids, you're not going to be praised the way you want to be praised. Then you come across this abusive, psychopath, narcissistic man that now give her, because remember, when you meet a knock and he makes them all go through a confessional, right? So then that's how they play on you. Okay, she missed this, she didn't get this, she didn't get that. Well, now let me give this to her. Even though it's fake, let me give this to her so I can have full control. That's why I give her props too, because you can say she went back, but you can also say she left, even though she went back. You can also say she left, unlike the rest of them that's still there. So she wasn't brainwashed completely, but I mean, the fact that, hey, when I gotta wash, you have to run my water. You gotta put rose petals in my water. You gotta cook my food. You gotta bow down to me. You have to kiss my feet. Remember, did you see when that girl kissed her feet?
I didn't see that one.
Oh, girl, that's another day, another dollar, right? That's another day, another dollar. Well, you'll see when after that fight was over or whatever, and that disgusting piece of puke that he is, and then right after that, they made that girl Malaya kiss her feet. So when you get used to stuff like that, so how did you keep that high going? So that could be another reason too why she does not want to has nothing to do with the mother in particular, but she knows that certain things that is not going to happen with the mother. Like, yeah, I can give you what they can't give you, and that's love. But because of Nation, she got used to admiration, being, you know what I'm saying, being praised just for walking in the room.
So basically, it's an addiction.
Exactly. It's become a drug.
Mm-hmm.
It has become her drug. You know, how many people she can get in the room, how many people that can give her money. You know, it's not, okay, daughter, please don't ask her daughter, see, I love you dearly, but no real personal questions. If you want to speak for something that was out already, feel free to do that, but nothing personal.
I'm still waiting for her to take accountability myself.
Oh, girl, please. And
not even any deep, real accountability. I'm talking about from the beginning, about how she got to Nature Boy, because she wants to blame that on her parents. That don't have nothing to, a decision you made as an adult to leave and withdraw yourself from college and go to Nature Boy don't have nothing to do with your parents. That is a choice you made on your own.
And then the nerve to trick her to break all that money. If you'd have spent all my money, I would have turned that place in and out. Oh my God. That's why I said, Lord, that's why God said, you will stay right by yourself, okay? I'm like, okay, Lord. That's why God said, you will stay right by yourself, okay? I'm like, okay, Lord. Daughters of the Sea, come on, baby. I put the link in. Come on in. Okay, I'm like, okay. Did I put the link? Yeah, I did put the link. I'm waiting for it to pop in. Daughters of the Sea, pop on in. And you know what? Baby Ellie is looking more and more like you every day.
Y'all all say that. That baby do not look like me.
Oh, yes, she does. She got just his eyes, but the rest of that is you. So she thought about you a lot. She thought about you a heck of a lot. And actually, all her strength comes from you, which I know she knows that. I know she knows that. Even when she sat back and y'all was cooking in the kitchen, you know?
Yeah.
But that old school rule, 2 women can't be in the same house. Well, listen, I didn't never ask you to be in the same house. I just wanted for us to have a relationship. That's it.
That's it. And I told her, like, you know, there's situations with mothers and daughters where they don't get along, but out of respect for the mother or grandmother, the mother will send her children to their grandmother. They don't have to have a relationship. I've told her that also when the whole thing happened with Mama Wanda. Don't leave this baby with no stranger. You got too many relatives.
The exploitation that Mama Wanda did, I mean, I think one person like got at her, but the exploitation that lady did at the price of a child. And then she got to the point to whereas she put the baby information up for auction. I'm like, who does that? Who does that?
How would she put the baby's information up for auction? How does
that? Baby first want to pay that money, and she was doing it for interviews. Yes. And then that's when she showed them pictures, and that's when you cleared that up and said that was at your house, wasn't at her house. But she said, I got some proof, and she showed that picture, and then she would tell part of the story and say, whoever want to interview, you got to pay me. Who the fuck does that? To exploit a baby. Bad enough you exploited her on YouTube, but then that okay, Daughter of the Sea, I guess she's not coming up. Okay, then you had to transfer that to Bigo, and the highest bidder could get an interview talking about a freaking baby. You're not no good gonna come to you.
Yeah, that lady is special.
She ain't, I don't know if I want to call it special.
Well, we have a teacher in the family, and I've been told not to say the other word, so I'm just gonna call her special.
Okay. Okay. Because I do know that meaning of special too. But I believe they put your grandbaby up, information up for I mean, I don't know. I'm cut from a different cloth. So a lot of times I bring my cloth to people and I would thought that she was cut from that cloth because you're not a young girl. And you sat, y'all saw it.
Mhm.
If I can find that video, I will freaking find it. But that's on Beagle. I don't have Beagle because I'm not going into that world unless I have to. But she said, I seen that video. Okay, higher's better. You want me to tell you? Want me to tell you? Now, how distance are y'all from in New Orleans?
I don't know. Mama Wanda, wherever I think she lives at, is probably about 45 minutes from here.
It'll be like 5 minutes from me. I'm coming. I can't believe
Address.
Yeah, she was beyond wrong. And it was just like, how you become a celebrity? And then she's interviewing. But what happened was she wasn't making, you have to make a certain amount of money to get paid a month. So she wasn't fulfilling those
the
quotas, right? So then she threw baby Ellie under the bus. She didn't throw Velvet under the bus. She threw the baby.
So I went through her page, and the first, like when she first called me about Ellie. Now I'm not gonna lie, like the first beginning of what Wanda was talking about of me contacting her, I did contact her because this was one of those times that Velvet left. I had contacted her months and months and months ago because we all know this was the last time Velvet came home, right? Well, before that, I contacted Wanda. And because I thought her and Wanda had a bond, just like I told you, the picture she put up talking about look how skinny she is because she on drugs. That's when she was with Olmec. That's in front of my house. That's not in front of Wanda's house.
Yeah, because that's when she was the most smallest. You are 100%.
And the girl was on drugs. She was starved by Nature Boy. So, she left. She booted Olmec and she left again like a thief in the night. She left. And I thought Wanda had came to my house, Pops, Tina, Wanda, and all of them. That's when they all went out. They have pictures.
Yeah.
They have pictures that same day. So they went out, and because she was with the other side of the family, I felt like, okay, well, this is a lady who loves my daughter. She's an older lady. She takes care of her grandkids. Because I didn't even know this lady was coming to my house. I was sleeping because I work overnight. I was sleeping and woke up to some commotion going on. I walk in and this lady and her grandkids. And then Velvet introduces me to her. So I just felt like, okay, well, if this is somebody who takes care of her grandkids, she might be able to get through to Velvet or know how to get through to Velvet a way that I can't. Because anything that I'm doing, it ain't working. It's driving her away from me. So maybe I need to take a different avenue. So I contacted Wanda when she after she booted Olmec, took her and she left. I contacted Wanda. So that was almost a year, like 8 months. When you had baby Ellie and you called me because you had just found my DM.
That would, and then Velvet forgot that Wanda was Nature Boy's friend first. She should have known that was a setup.
And I didn't know that.
I didn't know neither. I didn't know that she was calling Nature Boy her son and all this other type of stuff.
And she probably wanted to go over there for all I know.
Then she came to the people that Nature Boy don't get along with, or who Nature Boy is going after Nature Boy, and went there and spread the. But like I said, that was one thing, because to give interviews, you're not getting, like, I'm not getting any money from this. You're not getting. We're just conversating. But she knew once she went to Bigo, she was going to get paid for that information. And then she got mad when people was like really getting on her. They didn't get on her enough.
Nope. When she brought the information to me, she asked me, what do you want me to do? I said, what I want you to do is give me your address. And when Velvet gets there, we need to confront this situation. Well, I think it should go to world news. I said, no, ma'am. It's not going to world news. You do not talk about a child and the accusations that you're putting out there about an infant online.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they do it every day with the media. I said, no, they do not.
No, she has asked the Tip. Hi, daughters of the sis. This is another beautiful lady. She's another mature adult lady, or she will not be up here because she knows this is all about love. So I'm being very particular. So
Well, so, hey y'all. Hello, chat. I said I was gonna go live and I saw you were live just now, and I was like, and normally, you know, a few people that I absolutely support and love. If I know that you guys are live, I won't do it, right? And I'll come over and check in. And then I saw this conversation to have. So anyway, thank you for having me, y'all. I just wanted to say something. It's not even so much of a question. And Tony, just let me rock, okay? Because you know, I can only be me. That's it. And nothing that I say will ever be done in the spirit of malicious intent. That's hardly ever, okay? But what made me say, you know, drop the link is when you were playing that video about him shape shifting and you were stopping it and you were like, oh my God, look, right? And there was a few people in the chat who normally when they see something like that, right, they became a little alarmed, scared, like, oh my God, he scares me, or oh my God. And I instantly said, you know what? I want to shift that energy. And I want to be really clear, okay? Number one, when a person shows you who they are, baby, you have all the power. You know how to deal with them. I'll be damned if anybody that's like in this chat, on this cipher, will ever give any kind of power to the likes of that demon, right? When you see somebody who's coming in someone, on this cipher, will ever give I hear back chat.
God, I put on mute.
Sorry. Okay. So when right, you are being faced, right, with the spirit that you know it's not good, you rebuke it. You don't lower your eyes, you rebuke it, you slay it, you kill it, you don't feed it, you don't play with it, you don't forgive it, you stomp it out. Do y'all hear me? There's no fear. There's no fear because he has already revealed who he is. I want to make that real clear. I think that for Selena, as the mom, Miss Selena, I can't think of anything more sacrificial or more difficult than a mother having to not only like step away and say, I gotta let my baby rock out however she's going to do this, right? Despite what naysayers say, and you have been nothing but consistent and told the line. You know, I can only respect people when I know that they have consistency and not flip-flopping. I don't think that there's anything more difficult for a mother to do, right? Especially when you have your baby out here, right?
Yeah.
Behaving in the manner that you know is just not for her, but she has to find herself. And she's going to find herself because she's in her 20s. But the interesting thing about this, and I think that Velvet already is tapped in and clued to this, she also understands what her assignment is, right? And every last one of us that is born, right? We each are born with a God assignment. Every last one of us. We have a God assignment. You understand? And some of our assignments, people around us may not understand how we may not understand, but you got to go through it. And all I'm going to say is with her, one of Velvet's roles, right, with this whole demon, okay? This whole, we know who he is. He has already told everybody. He's already represented himself. He's letting you know, yeah, this is me, and this is how I roll. So we already know how to slay his ass. But one of the reasons why Velvet really gets under his skin is because she represents that one feminine energy that he just can't control, right? I mean, every other female that he's had in his midst, they have fallen in love with him either because his pardon, but we're adults, because his dick game apparently was good, or because he gave them money, or something where it was very easy for him to control them. But damn it, this little girl named Velvet that came into my life, god damn it. Well, not only did she leave me, but now look at her. Look at if she want to come back. You know, she has a power over him, right? And he knows that. She knows that. And I don't think that Velvet has tapped into that as of yet. That should be volatile. This is not going to end. Okay, because guess what? She talks about the spirit world. She talks about the battles that we all face. She's very, very correct on that. This shit was physical. It hasn't been physical. This is nothing to play with, yeah? And I would say to any of my younger sisters in the chat, I will say, find the thing that what is that one thing that when you are hearing about this whole debacle with carbonation, what is one of the main things that triggers you, that irritates you, right? You find that, and that is where you have to heal for yourself. I'm gonna say that again, because I don't want that going over anyone's head. Because it's very easy to point the finger, but three are pointing back at you. So this too is an assignment. This too is giving us all a lesson. And I'm gonna say it again. Whenever you're watching this, what is that one thing that seems to trigger you? What is that one thing that is really bothering you? It could be good or bad. Whenever carbonation stuff pop up, what is it? That's your healing. It has nothing to do with Nature Boy. It has nothing to do with Miss Selena. It has nothing to do with Pops. Don't three fingers up it back at you. You see,
that's right.
That work comes in. See, that's that hard shit. Because I can stand on here and I can throw bombs and I can judge and I can make it seem like I don't understand. I could do all that, right? But that's not doing anything for me. Because even if Velvet or Maisha or she did everything that I may have thought they should do, what's that going to do? And I still go back to my life. So you have to tap into that. Why are you so irritated? What is it about? What keeps you feeling irritated? That's where your healing is, my love. So while it's a lesson, it's a lesson for us all. Make no mistake about it. But what we won't do up in my sister Tony chat, we don't speak fear, and we don't speak fear, and we don't lower our eyes to no goddamn demon. You heard? Like, what we doing? We don't talk it now. That's not the energy we bring in. And those girls that in his real quickly, the ones on the left, the Mayas, the Ayas, all them, right? I think sometimes I keep on saying this. People think that we all gonna make it to the finish line. I don't know why we keep thinking that, right? And like every biblical teaching book, whatever, everyone can't make it. We all cannot make it to the finish line. And just because someone appears to be beautiful, what does that mean? That they don't have evil in them? Just because someone's young, what does that mean? That they don't have evil in them? So at this stage of the game, now again, this is where the teaching comes in for each and every one of us. At this stage of the game, with everything that we know, right? For anybody to still say, well, why are they still there? It's because that's where they belong. Have you not maybe really they too are fucking demons? And I know that may be hard for people to understand, honey, but it's in your face. You can't push it away.
Amen. I said that all the time. Look at that. FBI. Look at that FBI, right? Now, remember, she sat there. FBI, now, not the mind, was not attracted to her at all. She set Velvet up after she had that baby. And she did things with that baby in her arms. All that was spiteful. So she's a demon. That Malaya, we already know she's a demon. Fufu is gone. She's not even on planet Earth. She's not even possessed. She's not here anymore. Zoka, she's not on planet Earth. Their body is here, but they are absolutely gone. And that's what you could commend Velvet for.
Well, because Velvet has that wild streak, that wildness in her that
she has her mother.
You know?
No. She, if you ever watch how she talk and listen to how she talk, she got her mama. The way she says certain things, I hear her mother.
Yeah, absolutely. But and
Pop said that out of his mouth. He said, "You don't want her mama to come out. She got her mama in her. She ain't gonna stay with that man too long." That he did say.
But I want people to.
The thing about
I'm sorry.
Every woman have that in them. Like, you know,
I was just getting ready to say the same thing. Yep.
A lot of women have been in these types of relationships.
Exactly.
Whether it's physical or mental or, you know, psychological. Okay.
That's right.
We take it in the beginning, but then enough becomes enough, and then we start to fight back. And that's when they start telling us we're crazy and want us to believe that we're crazy.
That's right.
I own that.
That's
I
right.
own that, and I put a big old C on my back with a cape. I'll be that. Right? I own it because my thing is, if you spend the rest of your life, it's called it. We already know it's called a smear campaign. If you spend your life worrying about what anybody, just keep doing you, because you is never going to stop that. It's like, why would you leave? Come way over here to tell us what you think. Okay, keep thinking it now. Bye. Now just the show keep going. You know.
What happened?
Well, in this case, like it was put out there that why was it made about somebody else and not why wasn't the topic kept on Velvet? The topic was kept on Velvet.
Actually, this is about you. Just that Velvet happens to be your daughter. And I
Well,
also asked about your other kids. Also, they was late for class. They need to come early for class.
What were they asking? What was the what was the problem?
look, I'm going to check too.
I kind of missed it, but no. I think also just that piece. Think about it too with this right. So we know, especially from what I think I heard this a little bit earlier when I had logged in, telling me. But we all know when we took that chakra talk, Lord Jesus, right? It unfortunately a lot of the deviant, it lies with nothing but anal. It's sort of like an anal. It's fetish. It's
Yeah, but I don't.
and a lot of
I don't
anal
believe in all
play
that.
is involved.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't believe in all that.
Okay, let me finish my thoughts. This is important. So, because I do, and I believe in energy like an MF, and I know if we're saying that this is spiritual, it can't be a disconnect to that,
All right.
right?
Well, get to
So,
it. I'll tell you
with
why.
the anal, with that whole anal thing, right, is part of where he get his power, right, and his charge, right, how he rejuvenates himself. And the bottom line is, one of the reasons that we know that, anal play, anal foreplay, sex, or anything to that nature can be very dangerous is because it's excrement, right? It's supposed to exit, not insert. You understand? But he also knows that he can wreck their bodies, especially for a young girl. So you can do all of this to their bodies, right? Wreck their bodies. God only knows what, but don't have to worry about pregnancy. Don't have to worry about a lot of things that come along with vaginal sex, But with Velvet, she has a link to him, right? He's had all boys. This is his only girl. So it's that wild, uncontrollable spirit that he just, it's like saying this was not the plan. What happened? What happened? This is not the plan that he just cannot control,
Now, I don't believe in that because people forever been taking it from the back and they ain't go crazy like that. So I don't believe. Now I can
right. And
I can see if it's only demonic if you call it demonic. But people forever, girls even love it. They ain't no. It's been
they have some women out here who actually. I don't know. I can't contest to that because I don't like it, and I feel violated.
It's nothing new under the sun. Ben was doing it, and nobody got dynamic for it. It was just sex from the BACK. That's it.
And I think what makes it a demonic force is what he teaches behind it and makes them believe the brainwashing part that goes along with it.
Well, we'll get into that behind the scenes, but Now, if you're using it, now you speaking upon using it with the black magic, correct? Or sex magic. You thinking of you speaking upon that when it's being used for sex magic, correct?
I wasn't even going. So, hello?
Because if you
I'm sorry, I hear buffering. That's why I don't think it's. I'm hearing a lot of back chat. Hello?
Go ahead.
It's just you talking, baby.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Ask me the question again, Tony.
No. I was done. You were saying something else. But my thing is, we gotta hold up our sister, and we're gonna be like maybe once a month. We're gonna do platforms, to inspire people. We want to give people in here because I see my chat. That's why I said, Miss Selena, please come help out the chat because a lot of them. They've been together for so long, and we express these things. Well, they express that. I can't express it. I'm doing this, but I read, and I see how I've been through this, and I've been through that. I've been through this. I've been through that, and they're having their own conversation, but I still see it. But sometimes adults need to hear from another adult. Yeah, you're not alone. I've been through this too. You
Miss
know,
Alina, I have a question. I don't know if you answered it. Like, how are you? How are your other children, her siblings? How do they deal with all of this?
I really don't. I don't know,
Okay.
because they still live with their stepmom, and you know they were living with pops.
Okay. Okay.
let me say, did she not at one point in time, or she knew better? At one point in time, did she ever try to raise up at you?
Not in my face, on the phone.
Oh, okay.
And then in my face, she can't even look me in my face.
Mm-hmm. I knew that'd be a big difference. I was like, I don't think she's that crazy, because the girl said, mother said she good with them hands back in the days. But like I said, getting that connection.
I mean, it those type of conversations went on, like, yeah, because my wife know how to fight and all this kind of stuff, and my wife is Samoan, and okay, I'm American. What that got to do with anything? And it is just childish.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we got to keep putting prayer on her that family decides, even if it's nothing but hello, how you doing? I'm calling to check on you. Even if that's just a step. And see, that's what nobody wants, because they like the confusion. They this is what they feed off of. Okay, because for a fact, because my snipers in here ain't no joke. They snipe that really quick. So they're gonna go back on there. Well, blah 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 blah. That's because they don't understand the unit. All they know is to understand the bullshit. See, I know I can't do that, because God is not the author. And it's so funny that Velvet said that today. I'm not the author of confusion. Right. And that's why I had like the video playing too till you was ready, so you could see what she had to say, what she was up to. So maybe you wanted to say something about what she was saying. Then she played the little gospel music. So, and now tell her I got some songs to send her. I got some songs, baby. Sometimes you gotta take them songs back. I got some good gospel songs for her.
All right, hold on, y'all. So I just got a text. Hold on, let me make sure I can get it. Oh, why are they talking about I'm bashing Pops?
Who said that?
It was a text that came to me. I don't know who said it.
No, we're not speaking upon Pops. Please tell them we're not speaking upon Pops.
Now, see, that's something that's interesting. I've noticed too. Like what is going on with it? Like, it's almost as if it's like if you support Pops, then you don't support like this. That's weird. It's like we gotta all just mind our business.
How did this become a battle of the parents?
It's ridiculous.
I think that's coming from like her kids or whatever. But they gotta understand, she specifically said, I'm not talking about him. He cannot speak for himself.
As though I said in the Yellow Brick Road.
Again, and then when we spoke upon the younger days, hey, y'all wanted to know, right? Y'all wanted to know what happened in the younger days. I just gave it to you.
Yeah, but you know what?
Let me finish.
It's not even. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Y'all wanted to know what type of life your mama had, even though I gave it to you. This was a chance to understand. Like I said before, I'm not going to go back over the age, but we have a 12-year-old. This is still the same person. We have a 12-year-old that thought something. And then when she got to see this person, the 12-year-old was still intrigued with this person. You understand? Them was good times. I thought it was beautiful that, she let it be known that he came to her. She already had the 2 kids. They got the house and everything. But first, listen, you can't say we would like to know what happened, and then when somebody tell it the best way they can, call it bashing. Y'all got to pick a side. I'm not talking about her kids. I had nothing to do with that. I'm talking about people.
Well, the thing about it is this, Miss Tony, and I don't mean to cut you off, but these people just want to keep a mother divided from their children because they're divided from their own parents.
I thought that was one of your children who said that.
No,
Oh,
I don't think it was one of my children. It's just I don't know where this person is that texts me, where she is online or what she looking at. But I don't care. I don't care about demonic forces, because this is the thing. When you stepping into somebody else's situation and perpetuating it to go in a certain way, it's just gonna come back on you.
no, what they mad is that now they see that this is a positive chat. They see that this is a learning experience. So of course people is not gonna like that, because now you got people that's now saying thank you, Miss Selena, or I'm sorry, Miss Selena. So they want to keep you and keep you down and low and shut you up. Now, if your own daughter said, ain't nobody gonna shut me up, I'm going to tell my story. So why would they expect for you? But they say, oh wow, she's comfortable. She's talking with women. They're understanding her. They sending her roses. See, they didn't expect for the universe to bring us together in a positive way. Now we all know that we got 3 years of stuff that we could have spoke upon, but I didn't ask not near one question. That's contained.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah, you know that I didn't ask now one personal question that contains of what these 3 years, because believe me, it could be a long list, but I'm not here for that.
Now, this is what I want to know. I've been looking for videos that Kiss Cavalli had a lot to say. I didn't catch that. I want to know what she had to say.
Kiss Cavalli or Kiss Avell?
Kiss Cavalli.
Girl, you're giving me a bunch. See, I'm telling you, I don't deal with people in my real life. I'm telling you, I'm not the one. I don't.
So because she was on the same thing, like,
let me write this name down.
She was apologizing and because that lady didn't deserve, Velvet's mother didn't deserve a lot of things that was said to her, a lot of things that was said about her. She's caught up in this and going through the things just like any other parent that's going through this. She's going through it too. So I don't understand why. What she did say, now I understand why, but I never heard why she understood it.
Oh,
like it's just crazy. This whole situation is crazy. I don't understand how it becomes anything that comes out of my mouth, I'm bashing somebody.
That's because now you had, besides the Bush people, you had people in here like, yeah. They are literally still putting hearts in the thing. They're still putting roses in the chat. They don't see, the devil don't want you to have none of that.
Mm-hmm.
Devil don't want that. So now they see, oh wow, it's positive. I don't care what you do that's positive. People, they don't like it.
Right.
Or not even it. You know what's interesting is not even, to the point, even if it's not positive or negative, but if you know how, if you're gonna ask somebody a question and they answer it honestly, you know what I mean? You gotta take the answer. It's like, you want to know, I'm telling you. So now what's the next part? You know what I'm saying? But that's what happens when you feel like you have to pick a side, which is the dumbest thing ever. But when you feel like you got to pick a side, it don't matter what the person says. You're going to find fault in it,
Right.
Yeah. But thank you. I thought my spirit was like, we don't bow down to no freaking demon like a native boy over here. We slay them. There's a problem,
That's right.
So thank you for your time. Thank you. I'll be in the chat.
Thank you so much for coming in and speaking your piece. And anybody else who said they want to come up, if I don't know you, that's why I did not send the link to you, and I will not be letting you in. I have to know you. Daughters of the Sea, I know. Giselle, I know. And Boss Lady is the co-host. But if I don't know you, no, I'm sorry. But that's why I said the devil over, they see, oh my goodness. And then the more you talk, and you're still talking such positive about your daughter, and hopefully something you say get to her.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Boss Lady, bring your butt up. We rebuke all them demons in this chat.
That's right. Come on, rebuke all the demons in the chat.
Devil, stand behind me. Stand behind me, because
Teresa B say they hate the truth. That's right. They hate the truth. And I've always stood behind the truth. And somebody said earlier that I don't flip flop. You're right. I don't flip flop. I'm not a flip flop. I put flip flop on my feet. And when they get done, I throw them out. I'm not a flip flopper. You throw flip flops out.
And then, I mean, people not even just satisfied that it was probably someone that got they got thrown there. We throw people in the closet here. I call my chat the snipers, honey. But it was only a couple of snipers, which they're not regular people anyway. But you know me, I don't come for me. Well, I think even though she was talking to you, it felt like she was talking to me. Like, oh, you got me, Brooklyn, stay asleep, okay? You stay and go back to sleep. Don't wake her up telling me what somebody you would think. Like at the end of the day, regardless of what her and Pop's been through, that is still the father of her children. So do not think that she's well now let me talk about him. No, that's part. He was still part of her life. She lost something too.
Let me tell you how connected they want me to be. They want me to be so connected. They put out that I was the one who posted he had passed away first. I don't post nothing about Pops. I got my own husband to post about.
But if you did, you got 6 kids from this man. If you did.
But I wouldn't do that to my children.
Mm-hmm. But like I said, if you did, they got to realize y'all was together for years and have 6 kids. You still have a right to say, hey, I'm going to miss you. With a picture. I mean, I'm not saying you would do that, but I'm saying that's still your right. That's just like me and my oldest daughters, we barely speak, but at certain occasions, I would say, hey, how you doing? Or happy birthday, or God forbid something happened to him. I still have that right. I have a 32-year-old. So hello, you cannot tell me what to say because y'all didn't come out.
Miss Rice said she's still waiting for the seafood recipe, CC.
She said,
I got you.
She said it's been 8 months.
I got you on the seafood.
And make sure that drop in her link, whoever drop in her link, and she's only cooking. Go to her channel. But if God forbid something happened to him, I have every right. That was some years of my life too.
Mm-hmm.
You can't dictate to me what to put in that. No, and no. Wasn't for me. Y'all wouldn't be here. How you gonna take me?
Well, they mad if I was bashing Pops. They mad because I'm bashing Pops. Well, why nobody got mad because he bashed me?
First of all, you got to start. That part is absolutely true. But they got to remember they bashing you because they forgot that Selena was the one in the household. They bashing you for all the things that Selena did not do because she's there, but you're there with Pops. So you knew your boundaries. So you couldn't really raise them kids. You knew your boundaries. So a lot of things went, they were still in your care and still in your custody. So a lot of things you probably have seen and did not do nothing and probably just told Pops or something. People gotta remember she was not in her mother's custody. Same way some men don't know what's happening to their kids because the kids are not in their custody.
And let me tell y'all something about men. Men don't know how to pay attention to details when these children are effing up. They just don't. Men when men are parenting, they deal with facts.
Mm-hmm.
Women deal with emotion. We see stuff before it even happened. It's a lot of things. Go ahead, Miss Tony.
Go ahead, baby.
So it's a lot of things that I did see and couldn't say nothing because that's not my household. I can't run their household in mine too. And if I had said something, was it going to be taken and corrected? No. I'm always the bad person. So it's okay for me to be the bad person, but it's not okay for nobody else to be the bad person. Ain't nobody perfect.
That's why you got to put the cape on with a big B. Why? Because now with the big B. It could be the bad person or the itch. Because once
I got you.
once you start letting them know, okay, now they're gonna know what I say to her, even though you disconnected. But now you're disconnected, but they're not disconnected. So when you say the bad stuff, yes, yes. Now they're going like it's not working no more. So so you know what? I don't got that lady Sherry because I seen I did a extensive study on like mental behaviors, the different levels and stuff like that. So a lot of women, most of them is not worrying about the breakup. They're worrying about the spirit. I did it and what out. It was just saying, they even put it on Facebook. Whatever somebody told about you, about me, believe it. So then you could leave me alone.
Well, I put that video out. That was the first video I put out. Go to Pops. He got the truth. He telling y'all the truth. Go believe that so y'all can leave me alone.
Yeah, believe everything. I think I seen one when you said go on over there, but anything you heard about, it's the truth. Now, leave me alone. So that's why I put the cape on. I don't worry about what nobody got to say because I know my struggles. I know what I've been through. And then, you know, people don't never, it's always okay until we get on you. Thank you so much, Reese. Stay just subscribed to you. The food looks good. Please make sure.
Thank you, Reese.
Yeah, you're getting people that's subscribing now. Make sure y'all subscribe. Now we want family now. We want family. And like I said on the other tape, and that's why I said come to class early. And if that's how I know people who was up in here because they didn't understand what was the purpose of this. The purpose of this was supposed to be inspirational. It wasn't about nobody. It was about her. So there's no way she was bashing at this point a 20-something-year-old man. She could say something about him, but she wasn't bashing him. Now that he's older, we didn't mention nothing about him being older. We mentioned about how y'all met. How did it go? So now get to class early. Get to class early. Don't come up here for what part you heard or somebody, oh yeah, they lied. Then you come right on in. I'm so glad so I could say no.
Oh, I know what I wanted to ask you, Miss Selena.
Yes, ma'am.
Who was the people that when Velvet went and she was somewhere in the country or somewhere and there was some white man sitting on the porch with her? Who were those people?
Oh, I don't know. I don't have no white folks in the country.
Was that supposed to be Christian faith people? Did she ever mention about the Christian faith people?
I don't know. I don't know nothing about her being in the country.
Yeah, but she was. I mean, I just think that's the free spirit in her. But the fact that she doesn't understand that free spirit the same way I wanted free spirit, that went down the drain when I had my daughter. You should have thought about that before. And that's what they told me. So that's why I can tell her that. I'm not being disrespectful, but that's what it was said to me. You should have thought about that before you had that baby. I wanted to be do the same thing, go around and see things, all that. Now, I'm waiting for this.
So none of those people at those places where she was, and she said they were family and all that was actual family.
I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't even know.
Oh, you haven't seen the video or where
No, she find out the same way we do. Because you remember, she can have a list of people that do stuff, but now it's so many more people populating doing these videos. She won't know. She only will know of the core people that does it. But every day, people want to grow their channel. Well, let me pick Velvet.
It was just a lady, and Velvet was crying on her shoulder, saying, "Oh, I miss you, and I need you, and all this." I didn't know. I just was wondering if they were actual family.
I don't know who those people are.
Okay.
I didn't even know that took place.
Me neither. You didn't tell me about that, boss lady. You know, and then again, boss lady now, she's an older woman. She thought her kids was out. Now she back being a mama all over again. She got the grandbabies. How old are the boys, boss lady?
13, 12, and 10.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
They're
She
good
said,
ages. Though. They can
I
take
know
care of
they good
themselves.
age. Yeah, but you still a mama all again because her daughter, whatever. See, this is why I said these conversations is needed. So now she can understand her daughter a little bit more. And, now she got people think about themselves.
Well, I do have respect for them and what they have to go through. I mean, this is fresh. This just happened, and it was sudden. So, and the first reaction of grief is anger,
Mm-hmm.
and I get that. So this is gonna take time for all of them, whether they're young, old, or grown, or whatever. It's gonna take time, and that's all I got for them. It's time. I just hope they get it right before I close my eyes, and then they say, "Well, I didn't even have time to make a relationship with my mom."
Mm-hmm. Yes. Hey, Annie, this is what they like. I had a very good friend of mine, right? Her daughter is like 21, and then she's the glue of the family, right? So now when she passed away, it's like, oh my, now what do I do? Like they had a good relationship and everything, but these kids don't know. I mean, literally sitting up one minute laughing, and then the aneurysm caught up, bam, gone the next minute. And you don't know, but keep going on with this hatred, I mean, if you want like to keep it, that's okay. That's for yours to keep, or that's for you to give away. That's up to you. But the grandkids is missing a good opportunity,
Well, that's up to Velvet. I mean, at the end of the day, it's her
No,
kids.
I'm talking about
and
all the kids.
all the kids.
That want to disappear. They don't understand. Like what they really didn't understand is from the way you talk
Mm-hmm.
and from the way you explain your age and the two kids.
Mm-hmm.
They don't understand. They think Pops was the glue, but in all reality, you're the glue. You're the glue. They haven't figured that out yet, but they will. Because you stay with somebody, that doesn't make them the glue. When you hear their stories, now you find out who is the glue. She is the glue. So they better reconnect. What you said, Queen?
I said, yeah, fearless one. She said my sneaker bill is gonna be high. That's for sure.
Her sneaker bill.
No, she's talking about Boss Lady sneaker bill.
Oh, but I'm glad you come. I'm glad you figure us. We know we family now, right?
Yes.
And it's some things I want to point out to you, but as we speak, we'll talk about that later.
Okay, this phone keep dying.
You and your phone. If it ain't company, I'm gonna fire my co-host. You just don't know that, right? I mean, I didn't say that, Boss Lady. You ain't hear nothing. But at least we got a family here. You pop in anytime you want to. We could chat about anything. It doesn't have to be about, because I don't want you to think that, because I'm for the person. I'm for you, because I bonded with you. So I don't want you to think it's just because Velvet is your daughter, because that I'm not. I don't do that. I'm not one of them. I'm not an interviewer. I'm a conversationalist. So I would have to like, for a real interview, I would have to Boss Lady, But if I don't like you, I'm just not gonna do it. It's not gonna happen. I cannot be the phony. So, and then with people, anytime I deal with people, it's never because of somebody, it's because of them. So I don't want you to think, well, she got them up. No. Lurker, I don't know you. So I'm going to give you a chance, Lurker. Please don't ask no personal questions, but I'm going to send you up. I told you.
Yeah, let Lurker up.
All right. Hello, Lurker. Nice to meet you.
Hello, hi, nice to meet you. Thank you for letting me
So,
on your platform. Can you hear me okay?
so now it took for her to be here for you to come visit me. Now I'm just joking.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
because
I
Lurker,
don't know
because
about this
Lurker
time.
is the, because Lurker is
I,
the squad. So yeah, it took me to be here for her to come visit you.
what squad?
The squad,
What
the
is a
influence.
squad, Lurker?
The squad's a group of individuals, males and females. We call ourselves kings and queens. We're a group of people that try and help out with the community and try and just, you know what I'm saying, do right for people who are lost.
So you don't have any quarrels with Miss Selena, correct?
Not at this moment, no.
No, what do you
Not
mean
it.
at this moment? Because you don't know her to have squabbles with her, period. So you have to explain that to me.
The explanation I'll give is she felt that I was one-sided, and she felt that I was on the side of um the the parental side, not the maternal side. She thought I was taking sides with the parental side.
Well, what would
Because
make
you
her
were.
think that? Hold on. What would make her think that?
At the beginning, I'm not sure, but towards the end, I know why. But at the beginning, I don't know why.
Or was it something that was said that she saw that would
Between
make
me
her?
and her, no. Me and Miss Selena have never had a private conversation, a one-on-one conversation.
So your alliance would be with who? Because see, I don't break up families. So I don't
I don't
let
have an alliance.
together. So I would never pick a side between Pops, her, whatever. I believe I like to bring people together. That's what God told me to do. So I'm going to give you a chance to talk to her, but please keep it respectable and let her know what you know differently now that you didn't know before and how your feelings are now. But please don't say for now because you don't know her. So what's supposed to happen later? But go ahead. The floor is yours, Lurka.
All right, that's what's I appreciate you. Miss Selena, I would just like to know why are you so against like the squad, and what is your
You see how that goes?
because one
The
time
daggone value
one
went down.
did it. Hello,
That go?
can you
Lurka.
hear me?
Yeah, what's that question?
This. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. So besides you coming up to my panel that one time on my live on YouTube, before that, prior to that, like what's the biggest issue? And I'm sending mad regards to your family, by the way. I'm sending regards to your family, to your children, to your life.
Okay,
Um,
and okay, so you came to get a thank you
no, I just came to
because
see like because
because
you
before you said regards to my family, you had a lot of negative things to say about me. You don't know both of the sides. The squad in general is very one-sided, and it should not have never turned into a battle of the parents because I've never said anything against Pops. I've never said anything against Tina, but a whole lot of things were said about me. The squad has also helped to tear me down as a woman, as a mother, and as an individual.
Go ahead, Lurka.
before the squad even got involved with Mr. Marquez, Miss and Marquez, and that situation, you was putting out interviews with Uncle Black. You was saying things and you was talking crazy.
Okay, what did I say? And what was crazy?
What did she? Now that even
you was talking a little reckless towards Pops and how he got.
What that had to do with you? That's her
It
husband.
didn't.
She has 6 kids from that man. Yes, I'm
Right.
gonna be her big sister right now. I'm gonna be her big
Okay.
sister. What
Okay.
does that have to do? So basically, when I asked you, did you pick a side? You said no, but now you're saying she was saying stuff about Pops. So basically, you had a side. This lady has
No.
children from this man.
I'm sorry.
I want to know what I said.
Well, when I first started reporting on Nature Boy, Bishop is what I call him. I don't call him Nature Boy. I call him Bishop. When I first started reporting on Bishop, I had my own situation going on with that. Mr. and Mrs. Marquez reached out to me because I did a live one night going off saying my husband would never let my daughter be in this type of situation. Like, we would show up, we would do this and that. Mr. and Mrs. Marquez reached out to me in my inbox and was like, hey, slow your roll. We're trying to do this. Like, don't judge us. Don't blah, blah, blah. I was just reporting what I had seen at the time, but they actually reached out to me first. So when they got in contact with me, I was like, well, tell me your side, what's going on? They had like, oh, some covert mission and hey, we have plans to get Velvet, this, that, and the other. When I started lurking a little harder, when I started just watching sides, because I was not close with them. It took me 2 years before I started getting close with certain people. Like, I had been watching this nigga, Bishop, for a good minute, and I was exposing the stuff that he was doing, because at the time he was saying like, oh, I can cure HIV, I can this, that, and the other. He was basically pretending to be Dr. Sebi, but he really wasn't that vibe. That's how I got involved with it. And then they reached out to me. The Marquez family reached out to me. I never reached out to no family members, no nothing. Then when that happened and I started to speak up, I see Miss Selena, you know what I'm saying, throwing shots like, oh, people are helping Larry and people are taking Larry's side.
And what's her name? Did she say your name, or did she say people?
She said people, but there was only 2 people helping him at the time.
You don't know, because you
That
don't
you
know
know of.
exactly. You don't know how many people come after this woman. So you chose to take that personally because you
Well,
thought it was 2 people.
The squad later, she did say it by name. She did say the squad. At first, it was like people.
Keyword being later. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Right, but again, if the squad people was coming after her, but you don't know how. Still, you didn't say that. You said she said these people. So then you never said the squad. So you got me confused here. Okay, and then number 2. She still never said your name. You said for yourself, she said these people, but you have no idea how many people come after her. So you inserted yourself in that, correct?
Not at the time, no. At the time I was approached. There was a time that I did insert myself, and it was when it was like, okay.
Even when you was approached, you didn't have to put your 2 cents in it.
Because she said these people. She never said Lurker. So you have
and then you don't know how long I had been being attacked before you came into it.
Miss Selena, when I reached out with you, you were very closed off. So
why wouldn't she be?
So if I was closed off, how was I attacking somebody?
No, because you were closed off privately, and then publicly you would go live and say F the squad or F Kiss the Veil, and I don't know who Grand or Lurker is, and I don't give a fuck. And
but then hold on.
And I didn't start saying that until after the first time she came home.
Okay, hold on.
Because that's when I found out who those people were.
Lurker, do you have a daughter? Do you have a daughter named Velvet? Yes or no?
Nope.
Was you doing videos about a girl named Velvet?
Yeah, well, I just thought of
No,
it.
I wasn't.
Huh?
But it's something how they come in a whole year later.
Did you do a video containing a Velvet or a Nature Boy? Yes or no?
Not at that time.
No, but you wouldn't have no reason to seek her if you wasn't doing videos at that time. So at any point in time, you don't have a daughter named Velvet, and you also did videos on her daughter first. So why can't you say what she want to say when y'all said what y'all wanted to say? You understand? So it makes it okay to do videos and say what you want to say, but it's not okay for her. If that's her daughter named Velvet, what's messed with Nature Boy? So she is linked in with that. You're not. You're just a channel closer. So why
do you think that I was attacking you at the beginning?
Who?
Miss Selena, because that's not where I was headed.
You was.
No, I wasn't.
She got 3 big sisters here.
I hear you.
Me, then I got my big sister. But the thing is that we're not going to go back and forth with that. This particular video consists of healing, inspiration, and we're going to keep it positive. Right up now, she ain't thinking about nobody. Can you accept that?
Yeah.
This is not one of the panels where we're going to go back into time and go back and forth because
Yeah,
now
'cause we're not trying to validate you at all. It's not about validating you or anything you said.
because I'm not going to.
So
like,
she was okay. Okay.
I still want to know, what did I say? You never answered the question. What did I say that bashed Mr. Marquez?
Or you.
It's on my channel, I guess, but we're not here to validate, so I won't do that.
What did she say? What did she say? That's what she said. What did she say about you?
And if it's on your channel, you know what I said.
No, because that's becoming hypocritical. If I'm not allowed to go back, but I'm okay to say what she said, but it's not okay.
We're asking you, what did she say about you? Not the squad, about you.
About Mr. Marquez and the people that are helping him.
What did she say about you?
Okay, hold on, Miss Tony. So if I'm talking about Mr. Marquez and the people that was helping him, then I'm already being bashed at that point. So anything I said after I was being bashed, I had a right to come back and bash or say any fucking thing I wanted to say.
But I wasn't the one bashing you. I was reached out to, talking about, can you help? Can you this? Can you do that?
Well, okay. So if we're
Miss Selena, you never
we're
reached
in
out
the
to
store,
me. Translated. You never reached out to me when the embassy was calling about Velvet. You never reached out to me, and you know I had that all over my page.
I don't know you. I don't know you. I did not know you.
Well, Pops didn't know me either.
But why did you feel that?
I didn't know nothing about you.
Exactly. Why did you feel that? Because you speak to her.
Do you guys, you don't know how I found Bishop, do you? No, he was out here talking about, I will heal your AIDS. I have somebody that was going through something. That's how I found Bishop. Somebody that I know had a situation and they were like, hey, I'm living this healing life and I'm about to go over here to Costa Rica and I'm about to go get saved.
You seeked him out for a whole different reason. You seeked him out because you needed him. See, that's a whole different story.
What? Needed him? Somebody, I blasted him.
No, you said somebody. You said he had the cure for AIDS and he was a healer. That means
that's what he was saying, and somebody I know believed
it. It was a need. Boss lady's 100% correct. It was a need.
Well,
he was a healer.
Hold on, everybody.
Yes,
that's what he was claiming, and I exposed him for not.
This is
so.
Hold on, baby.
Hold on.
This is Selena's husband.
What?
Okay. This is Selena's husband.
Hi, husband.
Hello.
Okay. Well, Lyrical, I'm listening to you, and I'm hearing the things. You're kind of contradicting yourself. But here's the thing: you got reached out. Somebody reached out to you a year after Velvet was there.
Yeah.
Okay. We were. Let me ask you a question. What's your problem with Uncle Black?
I don't have a problem with Uncle Black at all.
Okay, well, you just say because she got with Uncle Black and this, that, and other. Uncle Black was on this a year before Pops even come into the picture.
Right.
And that was the first video that I found when they went to prison. When they went to jail and they snatched up Velvet screaming and howling out of the vehicle. The only person I knew was following the story was Uncle Black. I don't know you. Before that, I did not know you. Who
I wasn't following you
and made you a queen that I was supposed to reach out to you?
You weren't.
But that's what you just said.
This is how I felt. When I found Bishop, I didn't find all these other people. I had to go lurk and look. Listen, my nephew came to me. He is a gay boy. And he went and had a situation with somebody, and that person came back and said, hey, your nephew out here having unprotected sex, gay sex, and he said that HIV's of the mind. and that it can be cured during eating a certain type of way. That's what put me on to Nature Boy in the first place. I said, what? I said, hold on. So I started doing my own internet stuff. While I was doing that, a year later, I went and did a live exposing all of the crazy shit that Nature Boy had going on. And Mr. and Mrs. Marquez reached out to me and said, hey, we want to, tell you a little bit more. So that's what happened. I'm not saying anybody owes me anything.
But that's
I'm
what
saying
you
that. But
just
when
implied when you said you did
we
not
found
reach
out
out.
that I was working with Mr. Marquez, it became like, well,
Bad
it's a
Selena
problem.
time. It became It became bad Selena time.
It became a problem, and I'm like, I don't know you.
What is the problem? You working with Pops, so you should have dealt with Pops and left her alone.
But I wasn't bothering her.
Well,
I was just trying to see what was going on with the whole Nature Boy situation.
She just picked
No.
y'all names out of nowhere, right? Y'all didn't mention
No, Miss
nothing
Selena
about her
was
first.
on some of the lives. This is what happened. Miss Selena was on some of the lives. Miss Selena had
All right. All right. Okay, we got to solve this because I don't have some type of patience. I really don't, because I don't know if she understands. She's saying different things, maybe because we're talking, but what is the revolution now? Can y'all just leave it alone and let her live? Can we do that?
I don't have no problem with Miss Selena. She said something about the squad on your live. So I'm just here to say, like, yo.
But you just said I was on your live. I was never on your live. I never followed you.
Ma'am, you went live with me with Miss Kiss the Veil, and I called you a bitter bitch, and
Oh my God.
But you just said you never said anything to me and you never had any problem with me.
You said that you didn't
that
have nothing.
night.
I was trying to stop her.
Okay,
Nobody
bye,
listens
Lurker.
Nobody
Bye,
listens
Lurker.
to me when I try to stop them. I
you to
said,
go.
can we resolve this and move forward? If you're not going to move forward, then it's no more. I can't. I don't have them type of patience. So as of now, she's not bothering nobody. This video is about healing and seeing if her struggles can help somebody else's struggles. That's it. That's what this page is about. So if you would like to leave it alone and move on, we ain't got to go back and forth with who said that. Them games I can't do. So as of now, y'all done, right? So can you just respect her from over there and she'll respect you from over there? Okay? Can we do that, Lurker? I don't know. I don't want no beef. I
just want to clear up one thing. I've never had a problem with Mrs. Selena. There was a time where it got
no,
we don't want to hear about it.
Well, let me say this real quick. There was a time.
You're not gonna say that. No, that's what you're not gonna do.
No, I'm saying there was a time where it was heated.
No, you're not gonna do that, ma'am. You're gonna let it go like she asked you to. Please. Jesus Christ.
Miss Selena, you gonna let it go?
It's gone. She didn't think about you. It's done. It's done. It's over with. It's done.
So then why did she bring us up?
Y'all came in the chat and y'all said, well, you think she should be doing this. She never brought y'all up. Y'all came in the chat and did that. So so now can you please say, excuse me, I didn't know that?
You didn't know nothing about her. You said you didn't know nothing about her. Now
wait. Well, either way, it's dead, it's over with, and we're gonna let this go. Okay? Thank you for coming up. Move forward, forget about it, and that's what we're gonna do. We cannot go backwards, it's done. And this is not one of them chats where I want to hear people going back and forth. I don't have the patience for that. I can't do it. I'm sorry. Now, if I want to speak about solutions and we done, then we done. So you have a nice day, Miss Lurker. Hopefully, like I said, I don't know you. I don't want no beef with you, but I have to move forward. Okay? And then we're taking up a lot of her time, and I did not bring her up here to go back and forth. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, you have a beautiful day.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Selena, you got You got me as a big sister, and then you got her as a bigger sister. Don't y'all guys watch me? I tell you, I ain't got the patience for certain things. And then I know once a boss lady say something, I shut up.
Oh, she's going up the wrong tree there. Folks get tired. Now, letting the woman done said and contradicted herself.
Just know I will interrogate you. You know, I'm a very good interrogator. I'm a very good interrogator. She don't want none of this because you want to get to the bottom of it. Oh Lord, and we could do that, but I don't have the patience for that. I don't. I'm a solution orientated person. Like, how do we?
Oh, thank you, Risa.
Yeah. Don't that squad? That we don't care about no daggone squad. We a squad too. We not even a squad. We the snipers, baby. We snipe stuff. Like I said, that's it. I'm sorry, Miss Selena. Accept my apology.
She gone.
Miss Selena right here.
I think that was the second one she had up there.
Yeah. I know, never said nothing. Then say something and the pops and the this and the that. Oh no. Y'all got this. I'm sorry, Miss Selena.
That's okay. The reception got really, really bad.
I'm a no-nonsense person.
And the reception got bad because I didn't need to say nothing.
No, because you got a big sister here and I got an even bigger sister with boss lady. That mouth you don't want nothing. I do the interrogation and she finished it.
Well, she basically stuck her foot in her mouth.
Too many. You see how I interrogated her every time it changed.
Who are you talking about, fearless one?
And then have the nerve to ask me what my problem is. You call me a bitter bitch. What you mean? What's the problem?
I was like, no. Naturally, I got to go. Like I said, this is not one of them type of chats. This ain't no back and forth. Why I don't do that in real life. Not in real life.
Well, I want to say.
Go ahead, sir. Nice to meet you, husband.
Hello, how you doing?
We all family now.
I want to say I was watching because this was really destroying me and my wife's relationship because I had a problem with some of the things that she was saying and doing. You see what I'm saying? And it wasn't until I peeped in, because I just popped up and listened to see who all doing and who all said, that I realized what was going on. So that's when I came to my wife's defense.
We got your wife. She's in good hands, and I'm glad you stepped in too. But your wife is in good hands. And very good hands. You see how quick she didn't have to open her mouth. Neither did she's in good hands.
They had a lot of people with a whole lot to say, but had no idea what was really going on. And I don't know what problem they had with Uncle Black or whatever Uncle Black was doing, but Uncle Black was the only person to come really see. And when I say see, really see what was going on.
Because Uncle Black, first it was Digital Pit Boss. So Digital Pit Boss and Uncle Black was the first two that was covering the story. And then everybody else did. So that's why Uncle, and I knew him, I didn't know him, but I've been seeing that he always spoke wonderful of her. So you can't take how he feel about Pops and make it seem like that's Miss Selena. That's what he's saying about Pop. But I'm not going to keep going.
And that's from personal experience.
Right. And that's exactly what happened, Miss Tony. They took because I did an interview with Pops, they took how somebody felt about Pops and said that that's how I felt.
Exactly.
And that I was sending my minions. I don't send no minions. I'm not the devil. I'm not an evil person.
You're not, but she almost woke. Brooklyn was waking up now. I told you I leave her asleep. But one thing you're not going to do, like I said, she had a big sister here and even a big sister. And then even when boss said, no, you had a need for him. No, we didn't. Yeah, you just said that.
You want
Just
to
like that.
know what's sad to say?
Mm-hmm.
I used to peep in. I'm seasick, so they wouldn't know who it is. That could a lot of times they thought Miss Selena was in the room, and they shut the live down. Oh, Miss Selena in the room, Miss Selena, and shut it down. But little did they know that was her husband peeping in to see what they were saying about his wife.
Then she went from no, we never had a conversation to yeah, you was in my chat, and yeah, I called you a bitter bee, and you know the same rule apply. I could be whatever I want to be. What that got to do? That's like I said. What it got to do with you? What does that have to do? No, if you don't come for me, and don't come for my people. Don't do that. Then I become very protective.
And then don't lie, because you're lying.
You know, and then you come in here, and I specifically said be nice, but you knew you had an agenda. So my thing, I don't even know them. I don't know none of them. My chat does. You know them, boss lady?
No. When she was talking about the squad, I didn't even know who the squad was.
Yeah, we stay in our lane. We don't do drama here at all. I stay in my lane. I don't. No, but Black, I knew Uncle Black too, because when he started out with Digital Pit Boss. I mean, damn.
And he was the only, as a matter of fact, one of my family members found the video. And I got in contact with the person who put the video up, which was Uncle Black. And Uncle Black said, hey, I would like to help you get your daughter back home before something bad happens to her. Because I was distraught. A third world country in prison, I didn't know, like, Costa Rica was that civilized. But when you don't know and you think of a third world country and your daughter is just going to jail and she's a female, that's like devastating. I was nervous. All that work, I could not, my nerves is rattling right now just thinking about it. So he was covering the story. So I was like, do you know these people that she's with? Like, what do you know? How can I get to her? Do you know where they at? I didn't even know exactly where they were in Costa Rica. So of course, the first video I see, I'm gonna reach out. So he asked me, would you do, let's do a video entitled Yellow Brick Road. If I'm doing Yellow Brick Road, Bring Velvet Home, what the fuck does Larry have to do with that?
I need for Uncle get in contact with Uncle Black and tell him to get me them videos, please. If you still
okay, let me tell you why he doesn't have them. He don't have them because we broke the video up into 6 segments. Ashe Divine had a segment. Morwan had a segment. I think he did. This little girl, Alexis Lopez, she had a segment. Anna B, somebody. Anna B, her segment is still up there. And it's a few other people. Malika, Miss Malika. I follow Malika on Facebook. Miss Malika had a segment. And I think that's everybody.
All right, but I know he still got some oldies but goodies. If you could contact him, tell him to contact me, please.
Oh, wait a minute.
He will remember me. He will remember me. No, she came in here. She came in here too saying something negative. That's when they put her in the closet.
Who?
Not so alchemy, but somebody with a soul in here, and them snipers got her.
I want to say Soul Alchemy was on there, but that's more than 6 people. But anyway, he broke it out, he broke it down, and he deleted he deleted the original video when he sent it out.
Yeah, but I was still, if you get in contact with him, please tell him to get it, because we need to talk, because I used to be in the chat all the time, even before it was a Nature Boy.
And how many times do I need to tell you, Miss Tony, that I want the video out? Because I did not bash nobody.
Yeah, but I looked for it. I couldn't find it.
I know, because everybody took it down, and nobody don't want to come up with not at least one segment of it.
But would you think Uncle Black has one segment of it?
He told me he don't.
Yeah, but if you could
You
get
don't
a
know because
contact
Uncle
with him-
Black don't want to. After the way they did him, he didn't want nothing else to do with that situation because they did him wrong.
Well, I'm not gonna be watching when people do. I just I just see her as a sister like right now. So we got a lot of new people that doesn't even know about all of that. So all they're hearing is the negativity. So my job is to put the positivity out there. I don't care what they have to say. I don't know. I didn't come into your room and then decide and make a video. You walked in here. So you can make whatever video you would choose and you would like. I don't care. I don't go into somebody else's chat and then cause confusion. So and then let me go make a video. I don't tell them boss lady, ask them do I care? And then boss lady Miss Boss Lady, and I got some old school snipers. They don't want none.
If she make a video or she wants to, I'm gonna hurry up and go over there. I'm gonna be all in her chat.
I ain't gonna do none of the above because I don't care.
I don't even know that lady. I don't know why.
My thing is, that's what I'm saying. I don't care. I would never know because we got a good set of people here. With the people that we got a good set of people here, and we speak positivity. I call my chat corrupted, right, Miss Selena? Because the subjects don't know y'all, but some of the things they come out their mouth, I'm like, oh my, y'all corrupted. We be talking about it's all in jokes and fun. Not what this chat is about, giggles and having fun. Because I know we all have bad days, and you know how many people that came in here and said, yo, I was having a bad day. You made me smile. I was having a bad day. Okay, boss lady, you made me feel. How many times we hear that, boss lady? I'm gonna fire her, right? Boss lady.
She gonna tend to them grandsons.
Yeah, but plenty of time people come in here just to have a good time. That's what I'm not with all that. Well, look, I don't care about the views and and then I'm like, you want to run in here and then somebody said she gonna make a video 5/4. I wouldn't give no parts of nothing because you ain't gonna steal my joy. Shoot. Like I said, our job is we got a lot of new eyes. The same way in that video. Did you see when that lady said that in that video? I'm gonna show you when Velvet was basically saying how strong you was or whatever. This chick decides to oh my God, and my whole chat said, what? See, and even though even if you hear or not, at least if we come across it, we got you. May I ask, is Velvet considering going? We don't know nothing, Big Zen. She's Miss Selena. She's not Velvet. She doesn't know. You will have to go find Velvet and ask her. There's no problem. So that's your answer. So there's no need to ask that question. Now I'm gonna go to this video. So Miss Selena, y'all listen. Y'all pushing me. I'm trying to show Miss Selena I'm a nice lady. I'm nice. Y'all working these nerves here. Please don't do that. Hey, Jamel. Hi, baby. Oh, shit. I'm always pressing the wrong button. Okay, let me stop this. And Mr. Sykes, I so appreciate you coming in when you came in and being the man that she needs, that has her back. So we're gonna give you some flowers too.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, hopefully, let me see. Can y'all see the video?
Yeah.
All right.
Because I have so much on my plate. I don't think people realize that. Like, I have a lot on my plate. On top of the fact that this person came into my life that made me, not even made me, but you know what I'm saying, like coerced me in a way and persuaded me to be rude to my family, be rude to my dad, be rude to my brothers and my sisters, and have completely destroyed all of those relationships. No one knows what I'm truly like.
You know what? I'm so sorry, Velvet, darling, but truth or no troll, I've been reading you. And the things that you're saying, it's wrong because some mothers are wrong. Some mothers are toxic. We need to stop in the Black community. We need to stop assuming just because someone brought you into this world that you're supposed to accept anything that comes from them.
Can you believe that shit?
Video. Yeah.
Can you believe it went from her being a mother to the whole damn Black community? I'm like, hold up now. Hold up. And I would just wish that my chat was over there so you can see how they went in. Oh, they sending you your roses, husband, Mr. Sykes.
Yes, ma'am.
You see, they give you your roses.
They sending you your roses, babe.
No, I can't see nothing.
Oh, no, that's in Velvet's chat. Miss Tony, how you see the chat when you're on live?
Oh, go to the comment. It says comments. It's right above the they got the banners, band, private chat, and then on top you'll see comments.
Oh, I see it. Okay. There we go.
See, they sending him his roses.
Yeah, I see it.
So I'm gonna let you hear a little bit more of this, but can you go like, what the heck is wrong with this woman? Well, let me stop you right now. What?
I'm so numb to these people calling me toxic. It don't even hurt my feelings no more.
They're usually quiet Scorpio. So at some time, somebody that usually quiet Scorpio says, hello, Miss Selena. But your Selena is with a C, not with an S, correct?
Yes.
All right. Let you hear a little bit more of this so you can know what's going on with your daughter.
Okay.
You know nothing about her relationship with her mother. You don't know who's at fault. All you keep doing is judging. And that's one thing I've noticed. Most toxic people can relate to other toxic people. So they're so quick to judge and say, oh, well, that mother was right. And it's you. And it's you. You have no idea what happened. So I suggest you just stop with the commentary. It's really getting annoying. You did. You were saying a lot of specific things earlier. You were saying,
I nature boy. Way before that shit, my dad always told me, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And guess what? I have morals. I have values. I know it didn't look like it because I dealt with that fool. But at the end of the day, I really do. And I lowered my standards as a young woman, and I'll never do that again. I learned my lessons. I got two.
But that's exactly why he takes advantage of young women. He can never date someone or be with someone his age because he is not compatible, and he knows that. And honestly, anyone with common sense.
What you said, Mr. Sykes.
His name, but anyone with common sense would
what
keep
you
it.
saying?
I say that's a true statement.
No, it wasn't. She just got finished throwing your wife under the bus.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
That's what.
But he was talking about what she was saying about Velvet, about how he takes advantage of young girls.
It don't matter what she's saying now. She shouldn't throw you under the bus first. So
right,
yeah,
right.
But I get what you're saying,
and that's the point. We don't really see that's what a lot of people see. All I gotta see is somebody say one thing about my wife, and I'll tell her don't mess with him. Period. Don't tell her, don't have a conversation with him. Don't
So then when somebody else wrote something in the chat, that's what made her talk about Nature Boy. But because she said, I want you to hear when she said how, her mother and father is strong. So as she's telling the story, this chick stops it to throw her under the bus. I'm like, I was scratching eyeballs out. What's wrong with you?
Easy.
See, now Miss Lena gonna see we all corrupted over here, right?
And I'm not getting nothing in return. When I actually have good to give, when there's actually people out here who deserves my goodness that I have.
But you know what's so beautiful?
Two of the most strongest people that I've
ever. Okay, here we go.
I'm gonna repay you for that. And if you're a person who just gives out negativity, you have bad intentions, you're using people, that's gonna come back to you, And whether it catches up with you now or later, it all depends on your course in life. But from a very little girl, I was always giving love. That is and that that's why I'm more at peace now.
Yeah.
When my dad
No, go ahead.
When my dad passed away, I understood that I wasn't a fool. Like I'm being a fool in the sense of lowering my standards and not implementing my boundaries, but I'm never a fool to keep loving genuinely. And so, yeah.
No, we're all just so happy for you. Honestly, you're handling it very well, and I'm sure some days may not be easier than the next, but good for you. You got this. That's amazing.
Yeah.
You know, you're still in good spirits, and you're still really young.
Why? Put back, like something was holding you back in a way. Like,
but once you stop, they're like, oh shit, they ain't even thinking about me.
And the whole time we've been on this live, how many times have I used the word disconnected?
It's well, you know, I'm glad to see. I'm thankful they did come in here, so I can know if I ever see their names to keep it moving, right? Don't, because you know, sometimes you come up in the middle of the night and you just, you know, you call it window shopping, but you look at least I know, okay, at least I know what this person's name is. I know what that person's name is. Okay, I think I'm gonna stay away from there. Because
why? And if I did see somebody with the name of Lurker, why would I involve you in a situation that's this serious?
First of all, I asked her a specific question. I always ask yes or no answers. Did she say your name? No. What did she say? These people. So why did you involve yourself? You decided to insert yourself in her comment like you knew she was. Well, I know. No, you don't know, because you don't know how many people hit her. What if she was talking to them? Then she said, once I said that, then she came back with, she said what's the name of their things? What they called again? The squad. Then she said, that's not what you said. You never said the squad. You specifically said these people. You know, and people gotta understand. I understand that. First of all, Pop's a man. It is his job to go get his daughter, not the mother's job. Going against another man. That he did what a man's supposed to do, but that doesn't take away or make him any better, because at the end of the day, if something happened to him, I would love for they're men. That's their job to do the traveling and go. That, remember, they supposed to be the protector, right? So hello.
And and like I said earlier about my husband staying in his lane, he is certain things that goes on with me and Mr. Marquez's children that he decides not to get involved in, because that is out of respect for the children. He does not want them to feel like he's being overbearing and trying to take their father's place. This man walks on eggshells. That's why I love him so much. This man walks on eggshells around my children because he does not want them to be uncomfortable.
And Velva said it out of her own mouth. I played the video already. She said, and my dad would manipulate me. So Velvet said that. We didn't say that. Velvet said, if she wanted something and the father didn't want her to get close to the mother, then all of a sudden he'll get it for her to manipulate her. That's out of, I just made, matter of fact, I bet you when I made that video, I don't speak upon nothing that somebody has not said already. So why that? Hello. So nobody heard when she said that to say, oh, so the kids were manipulated to stay away from the mother. Like, hello, what part you didn't get? I heard it. She said it. But woo, these people, there's something else. But I kept you on long enough.
Thank you.
I truly, truly appreciate you.
I appreciate y'all.
And when you got an open extended seat here, when you ain't doing nothing, pop on in.
Okay.
You know, and it could be on other subjects. It don't have to be about them at all, because I like you for you. I don't like you because you're a Velvet mother. I don't need to pluck you for information. This is just like a home. Like we did Kelly Price yesterday, baby. I uncracked that one.
What's going on with Kelly Price?
She been found, girl. You gotta come to class.
I saw the post, but I didn't click on it. I'm gonna go watch it.
Yeah, because you probably thought that it was. I'm chilling with you open. No, it's got nothing to do. We ain't never got to talk about
No,
that
I get
again.
it. I got a full plate. I work in the day, and then I run this business I run
Yeah,
this
first
business.
she had the Rona in July, and she
Mhm.
didn't pop up till yesterday. So her family put out missing things and stuff. Then at the whole entertainment world got into it, girl. She was in a ventilator. Then she disappeared from the ICU. It was crazy.
Oh,
So
wow.
I cracked out. That's why I said we do other things on here.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to come on here, we ain't never got to talk about none of them. We could just watch other stuff and discuss other things.
Okay, and to be honest with you, I'm done with it. It's we've been on here for a good minute.
Right. That's why I said we talk about other things on here. So you just want to, hey, let me go see my girls. Okay, I see the topic. Let me pop on in there. That's because we ain't never got to talk about that again. We ain't got to talk about none of them ever. But I still like you for you.
Mm-hmm.
So come on,
get on. I appreciate that.
Right. So you want to come on, and we ain't got to speak upon no more. Everything is done. It's out the system. They're going to continue to believe what they want to believe anyway.
Right. That's right. And really, if there was no Tony T, they would continue believing on what they want because I don't care.
Oh no, to piss them off. Then they decided to piss me off, right? Because I was minding my business. They come in my chat, telling me their problems. No, you got your own channel. So now I'm gonna big you up. Matter of fact, I told them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now when she quiet,